Hey everyone, welcome to Star Wars Day. I'm Ronan and I have with me...
Gaz.
May the 4th be with you. And Matt, may the 4th be with you.
Cool.
May
We
the
are going to
fourth
be
be with
watching... Fuck you guys. We are going to be watching Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope.
Yay!
And it's going to be wonderful.
Yes.
As always.
Obviously, there is going to be no video with this because we don't have the copyright.
And Disney are hardcore sewers.
They are hardcore sewers. So
But
this
they're gonna
is just
sue you.
going to be
It's
audio.
my film, haha!
So what we'll be doing is we've got it queued up here, ready to go. So we're going to count down and then we'll just press play.
Yes, and that's also what you will do.
And hopefully it will all work out. And if for whatever reason you've got a different version, like an NTSC version, you just have to deal with it going out of sync.
It won't be that bad. Like, fuck it, we're only going to chat anyway.
Yeah.
Star Wars.
If you don't say, you may fire when ready, I will not press play.
Okay.
Okay.
So you may fire when ready. Is that actually the go?
You count down from 5 and you say that. If
Okay.
he doesn't say that, may the 4th be with us all.
Right, sure. Okay, so everyone ready? 5.
In a Pete Cushion voice.
5,
Go.
4.
Just say may fire when ready.
Okay, start again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You may fire when ready. And we're off.
Yay!
20th Century Fox logo. So
The
hopefully
last
everyone's
time
seen
we're
it now.
going to see this.
Yep, it's going to be
Yeah.
Disney Palace. From
It's
the-
going to be so
Disney Palace.
weird.
Oh,
Well,
I see. I
Disneyland.
see. I thought you
And
meant
it's the last
a
time you're
logo.
going to see that logo as well.
Oh, no, that might
no,
still
they
be on
are
there.
continuing the
No, because
Lucasfilm.
but isn't Lucasfilm gone now?
But it's still
No,
like it's in the same way Disney owns Marvel, but you still see the
See the
Marvel,
Marvel
logo.
thing.
So still
Yeah,
part of the Lucas.
true.
It'd just be the 20th Century Fox
There
one.
it is.
over
Those
there.
blue letters mean the world to me.
All right.
Not really. Well, yes, really.
I am a
And
huge
Star Wars
nerd.
logo. So this is
That's the last time you're going to see that logo.
That's the last time. He's going to kill us all after this.
change everything.
He's actually going to kill us.
So
after
this is the
broadcast.
Blu-ray version. Matt, you haven't seen the Blu-ray
No,
version.
this is new to me.
It looks
So
incredible.
It does look incredible. There's not a huge amount of changes in Episode 4
No.
to the Blu-ray. There's mainly just tweaks.
No,
I
there's
hear
there's a
they-
couple of
They
like
changed Obi-Wan's Crate Dragon.
Yeah, they do that every time, and it's
Yeah, I've always found that.
consistently getting worse. It was good back in the day. It was just like a. Now it's a sort of weird like. It's a bit.
and there's a little bit added in the village on Tatooine. I think it's in Tatooine.
Mos Eisley.
Oh, sorry, Mos Eisley. Like, there's a little CGI nonsense.
Oh yeah, that was in
That was
the
in the special edition.
That was in the
97
special
special edition.
Yeah.
I love that edition. Just
Yeah.
because I saw it in the cinema. I mean,
Yes,
that's
that was
ace.
actually. I think that might have been the first time I ever saw a Star Wars film in the cinema was because of those.
Yeah, they
re-releases.
were. That's how I got to see him. I think
Mm.
It's
I was
not how
present
I
for
got to see them.
Return of the Jedi in the cinema.
I don't actually
I
think
saw it on
I'd seen the.
VHS.
I don't think I'd seen the first one
I don't think it
before
was,
it was
actually.
out in cinema.
I was. Oh, had you not seen them?
No, I'd seen Empire from a video rental, and I'd seen Return of the Jedi recorded off TV, but I'd never seen A New
but
Hope
that's
until
illegal.
'97.
My
Recording
nan,
things is illegal.
Let's not get into legal things.
my nan brought this around for me that she taped off TV when I was like 3 years old, and I watched it until the tape wore out.
My dad forced me to watch it. It's possibly one of the few things that my dad forced me to do that I've really loved.
And you haven't had to call the police about.
Yes.
Or social services, Ronan. Inside joke.
It's
That
nostalgia.
crawler, that looks amazing.
Yeah.
See?
Now, I think one thing they did add here is they redid all the planetary special effects.
Yeah, and it seems like they've taken out the lines around the craft as well. You know,
Yeah,
you know how
yeah.
blue screen can do.
It's like all of the necessary changes have been changed. The only one that's got like really unnecessary changes is Return of the Jedi.
I hear this, but we'll get to that at a later date, maybe.
Maybe, yeah. And one thing that has changed is the color grade. A lot of people weren't happy, me being one of them, with the last DVD release. Particularly noticeable in Return of the Jedi when Luke and Darth Vader's lightsabers clash, and you can see the way the actual bit where they clash is a little bit weirdly blocky colory because of the color grade. So it was redone completely.
They've
for
done,
these
yeah,
next
they've
ones.
changed it for.
They took a long
yeah.
time on all these, though.
Yeah,
They needed to. I think it's because they were trying to beat Lord of the Rings. Oh, sorry, Lord of the Rings were trying to beat Star Wars to
I
the
also-
Blu-ray
Oh, really?
war.
I think it's also a lot on the back of
And the first
People didn't like the re-releases of Star Wars because people don't like change. Don't mess with the nostalgia. They all get a bit off.
certain changes need to happen, but then there's a lot that don't.
Yeah, but they don't necessarily impact the film if they do.
No, you're right. But like certain things like the lasers and the lightsabers, just crisping them.
Yeah.
What's the problem? That's just going to make the film look nicer.
It annoys me though when people get really bent out of shape about it because you just think, seriously, just go back and watch the old one. If you don't like the new one, the old one still exists.
That's what George Lucas said as well. I'm sure he said like if you prefer that version, go and watch it. I'm not stopping you.
I don't blame old Turkey Neck saying that.
Turkey Neck.
Oh, it just brings back so many memories just seeing the start of this film.
I love that music. It reminds me of an old game where you play as Kyle Katarn.
Oh, Dark Forces.
Dark Forces, yeah, it was ace. And then you're just playing as Kyle Katarn, and then I remember going around this level and I got stuck, and I was just listening to that music, and I really didn't care.
Of course, he won't exist now due to the crushing of
man.
the expanded universe, but I don't think that was a.
I really
wholly
like
big
Kyle
loss.
Katarn.
Yeah, but
He's a good
there'll be
character.
someone else to replace him would be just as good, I bet.
So have they said that they are basically wiping all expanded universe?
They are
Or is it just
re-releasing a
post?
few things,
Is
like
it-
the Han Solo trilogy and the Princess Leia trilogy,
Right, because
What's
yeah,
that?
100%.
where they get married and stuff, I think.
Right, so but
I think the kids are going to
Most
remain the same.
really,
So there's going to be a Jaden Solo and
Jason...
is it not Jaden?
No, it's
No, it's,
Jason.
Will Smith's
Jason
son?
Janer. I can see how you get them too confused.
Yeah.
Jedis and all.
Scientologist Jedi. Imagine.
Is he actually a Scientologist?
I don't know.
Yes.
There's lots
Will
of
Smith is, yeah.
rumors that he gave them money, but he's always denied it.
Well, that's the whole thing about After Earth is supposed to be kind of like the John Travolta movie where it's just a huge advertisement for Scientology.
Oh, I've never seen that
So
one.
I thought it was more of he always explained it as it was a film about him seeing his son in the film industry and like letting him go, and the fear, like, you know, because his character gets injured and he has to send his son to do.
Yeah,
save them,
you
so
don't know
they
what's
did
a PR spin, do you, though?
I love
God,
this.
Darth Vader's a
I love
badass.
this though. The guy defends himself when he gets hit into the pole.
Oh yeah, where he kind of
It's incredible.
falls a bit goofy.
Wait for it.
I've never noticed because I'm
Watch.
just too busy thinking Darth Vader's such a badass. Oh yeah, put his
And do you know what
hands
they've
up.
done with like the newer releases of this as well? You know when the stormtrooper hits his head, they've added
Yeah.
like a sound effect.
Oh yeah,
which is
Oh, like a
ace.
doink.
Like a donk. It's
I'm
brilliant.
glad they didn't try and take it out.
Yeah.
yeah.
I think that.
It's become a fan favorite.
yeah,
People love
and
it.
that's kind of hurting.
Look
you
at
know,
that! It looks
integrity.
incredible.
It really
look
does.
nice.
Even
Sharp.
the sets hold up as well. Like,
Yeah.
under all the.
It's because it's physical sets.
Yeah.
Well, don't forget also the idea of Blu-ray is that it
Yes,
matches
Celluloid.
celluloid. So
Yeah.
this is what you would have seen in
That's
the cinema.
It. So they would have planned to show it in this way.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I can't help but thinking the clearer you make things look, sometimes the older they can.
Oh yeah, I mean they would have done up.
Yeah.
Loads of
Cleaned
people,
up a lot
loads
of
of people
things.
complained actually because they said that after Mark Hamill's accident, you can see a lot of his makeup. You know, like because he had to hide
Yeah,
some scarring and stuff. But I never noticed personally.
Plus,
I
he gets
don't know.
messed up by a wamper at the start.
Yeah.
So hey,
Who cares? It
That's
looks incredible. Everything's so crisp and so clear.
They're the two most significant people in the Star Wars universe.
I was gonna say that.
to a point.
None of it would have happened.
Yep, if they'd killed these two.
Just
Luke-
reminds me of the episode of
was-
Spaced. Oh my god. Got some fucking Jaffa cakes in my coat pocket. Sorry, I'm just quoting Spaced.
You can notice that certain stormtrooper helmets are different than the others because they had a lot of stunt ones.
Alright, okay.
Like this guy here, further away from Princess Leia, has a flatter faced helmet.
Alright, okay. What a badass.
Yeah, he really is.
The best bad guy in film history.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you know who I think is number 2?
Who?
Captain Hook. I fucking love Captain Hook.
What about
Uh,
Sauron?
Captain Hook, or Captain Hook, Peter Pan.
Just in general.
Oh,
as
yeah.
in a character.
Yeah. He's more literal.
He was ace in Hook.
Who played him? Dustin Hoffman.
Yeah.
God, he's phenomenal in that.
He's amazing.
Speaking of which,
Don't try to stop me, Smee.
And also, isn't it Bob Hoskins who plays
Smee.
Smee?
Smee, yeah.
Rest in peace, Bob.
you said that like you're gonna pour a 40 out.
I wish I had one. Blub, 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 blub. Oh, my laptop. No.
End of transmission.
And that is the only American Imperial officer that we just
Yes.
heard, the man on the left.
Uh-huh. He actually looks like my landlord. Not that anybody else knows that.
And the Green Cross Code Man is Darth Vader's body.
Yes.
He's massive. Have you seen him? Have you seen him in Clockwork Orange? He's lifting up the guy in the wheelchair. He's fucking massive.
I don't know whether I watched Clockwork Orange a long time ago, and it didn't really sink in then. I don't.
Fair enough. It's not to everybody's taste, and I can completely understand why.
This part of the film is based heavily on Akira Kurosawa's Hidden Fortress,
Really?
where the beginning of the film follows two insignificant survivors and somewhat cowardly survivors of a massive battle. And George Lucas liked the idea of starting a grand epic with two insignificant characters and seeing it from their point of view. So,
But they're not insignificant.
though they're not in the overall role of the film, but
But
at
they
this
are
point,
right
But
now.
in right
They're
now, yeah.
solitarily just
Pointless.
lonesome things in a big galaxy as well, because you've already been off planet.
Yeah.
and when you've got big battles and bad
Yeah.
guys in the air, you're like, why robots?
Although
What else is kind of like?
I don't really like C-3PO. He doesn't.
Why?
Really. I do and I don't like him.
I'm tempted to chant, but I'm not going to.
I prefer
Anthony
R2D2.
Daniels lost a lot of weight, didn't he? Like per day in that suit in the desert.
Probably,
I'm
yeah.
not surprised.
Apparently,
Most of
it's like a really high number. I was like really shocked when I heard how it's like 14 pounds or something a day, just
Bloody
through
hell,
sweat.
a day.
Surely not that.
Well, it's just water
That sounds
loss.
dangerous.
I bet it is dangerous.
Yeah. On the first day of shooting, Anthony Daniels fell over and the entire leg of the suit shattered.
Is that why some
That's
scenes it's
why-
got a silver
yeah.
leg?
Did they,
I
did
think
they
most
go
of
back
it, 'cause
and?
I think it
Oh,
was the
they-
first day.
Yes,
He fell over and it was shattered, so they had to rebuild the suit.
to a
And,
silver leg.
and I think he actually had a bit of a panic attack or something because he was stuck on the floor and couldn't get up, and it was hot.
Yes. He
Jesus.
thought everyone's just going to leave him.
So that makes sense because I did often wonder why they got his costume wrong.
Well, I
but
think
then
the
they
idea
didn't.
is that it's just a war replacement. Cause it's,
Yeah, no. It makes sense. But then now I know the actual reason, and that's quite interesting. It actually makes sense to me now. Jawas.
Over here. I love this bit.
I don't know why. He kind of annoys me.
No, he's just trying to make his own way. He's just.
Does he annoy you in the way that he's supposed to annoy you?
Yeah,
I think so.
I think
Yeah.
so.
Yeah. He's by the book.
Yeah, I think that's the problem.
You can't do that.
He's such a nerd.
Now, I think this stuff was actually filmed in Death Valley in America,
Oh,
as
really?
opposed to Tunisia. Yes,
I thought all the Tatooine stuff was Tunisia.
Tunisia. All of it, apart from this scene.
Oh, cool. Well, I've learnt something today.
I think so, anyway. I hope I'm not wrong.
Well, it doesn't matter if you are.
Go fuck yourself.
We've
Exactly,
still
you
had
can't.
fun.
I love Jawas. As an
Yeah,
invention.
Jawas are pretty ace.
They need to feature in the new films. They need to be part of the.
Oh, well, it
universe.
depends on where.
Yes, if they.
I mean, if they just
I-
throw.
I almost.
If it's set on
A
like
random
Mandalore
Jawa.
and then Jar was just. Hello.
I almost feel like they have to go to Tatooine in the new
They
films.
probably will. Can't see why they wouldn't.
They've done it in
Especially
pretty
if-
much most of them anyway.
Yes.
So.
See, like in Empire, they don't go to Tatooine. do they?
No.
In
They don't in
Jedi,
Return of the
you
Jedi, do
see. Yes, they do, because that's where Jabba's palace is.
Oh, yeah, of course it is.
In
My bad.
Episode 1, they're in
My bad.
Tatooine. Episode 2, there's
Yeah.
Tatooine. Episode 3?
Yep.
Yes.
Only for one shot, or like, well, 3 or 4
The
shots.
end.
when
The end,
he
isn't it?
hands
When
over
Yeah.
Luke.
hands over Luke and
I think,
Luke,
yeah.
not
Empire
Luke
is
They
the only one where
actually-
they don't touch Tatooine.
They actually filmed that sequence while filming Episode 2
Oh, because it was there. and
because they were there, and
yeah.
George Lucas said he didn't want to come back here again. Actually, it's in the making of documentary. He's
Does
like,
he
well,
just
I was-
hate the desert?
he doesn't particularly like filming.
Oh, well, to be honest, as someone who adores the man, he's not very good at it.
Well, the thing is, he is good at it, but in recent years, I think the fact that he doesn't like filming and the fact he's got the ability to avoid filming
Yes.
a lot of stuff,
It's
like
made him slightly lazy.
yeah, I mean, when you look at things like THX and American Graffiti, you can see that
Yeah,
and even the original Star Wars, you can tell that he's a man who knows what he's doing.
I bet your passion can be killed by fan hatred as well.
Yes,
I
but it
bet
doesn't
it
help.
really
Oh yeah, of course. if everyone keeps telling you that you're doing pointless changes and you're getting
thinking,
annoyed with
I'm
them,
making this for you.
yeah,
Last thing I find, I sometimes blame those fan reactions on why the script in episode 3 is possibly a little bit lazier
Yeah.
than it.
And I don't think he can't have been happy with some of those deliveries of those lines. I just don't think he wanted to refilm them.
So I think he realised that no matter what he did, the adult audience was going to dislike him.
Yes.
And he thought, well, if
And it doesn't matter to the kids.
yeah, for the kids it doesn't matter.
Yeah. There's some really interesting droids here. There's a gonk.
Gonk,
Gonk.
gonk, gonk.
I always thought that was his hair falling off when I was a kid. I just had a really skewed sense of
Oh, we're
reality.
going to have to point out the yoke.
Oh yeah, the classic yoke.
Yoke.
You'll see that.
You'll see the yoke in a bit later.
I was hung up on that for a while.
I
Yoke.
can't. It's something that once you see, you cannot unsee.
okay,
Matt,
interesting.
Matt pointed it out to me a year ago, and every time I've watched this since,
I didn't mean to.
I
It's
can't.
Bosley's fault.
Yoke.
Yeah. I'll explain. I'd go into detail. But
Yeah, well, when we
you'll
get there.
see.
Okay,
I had the figure of this guy here. You see this guy who's all
the
laid
half
up.
guy.
Yeah, but like he's a full figure. Who wants that?
I don't know.
Random guy lying on.
I don't know if
Sandcrawler.
it was real, but I saw a picture on the internet because obviously the internet's anything on the internet's real,
To a
and it
point.
was and it was a burnt aunt and uncle. Oh, I've forgotten the name.
Oh, figures.
Yeah,
Yeah.
What?
That's fake.
is
Two little skeletons in a pack, in a Star Wars pack. Someone's made it as a joke.
yeah.
Dewbacks. I like Dewbacks.
Yeah.
Added later. Great. No,
Yep.
Doesn't matter. I mean, weren't they in the original cut? But it was
they
like,
didn't move.
They were
was
really
not like-
far away as
Yeah,
well.
they- yeah.
Stationary.
They weren't as dope as.
I'm pretty sure
as
there's one
this.
outside the cantina that was stationary in the old.
Yeah,
cut
they
as
just
well.
That's like
they said
the-
a stick.
Isn't
Yeah.
that
Moved
the
it
original
around.
shot? But they were stood still.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think that shot was the only time you actually saw the Dewbacks.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
It was just
Was that shot of
solid.
Sandcrawler as well that they added?
Yep.
Just because it gives it. You sort of think when you look at the massive bulk of the thing, how the hell does it get through a rocky desert? And then you see that it can bend and it's tankish, isn't it?
Yeah.
God, I love Star Wars.
You hide it well.
Loud and proud.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Gonk,
Look
gonk.
at the gonk leg in it.
Yeah.
He hates the light. No, everyone will find out I'm a vampire. Gonk. Translated as gonk. In fact, I've got a gonk around here somewhere.
Little
Full-sized one.
Full size.
Gonk, gonk, gonk.
Just your brother that you
Yeah,
trapped
yeah.
in it.
We should have brought him along just for his jar outfit. No one could see it, but it's worth it.
We would
But
see
we
it.
can see it, and
That's
that's what
it.
makes it better.
It's even got lights in the eyes. It's just phenomenal. I love the droid designs.
Mm.
Some of
Like,
them are really
I
crazy.
want to know what's going on with that one with like a million arms.
Just loads of different tools. He's like a walking toolkit, I bet.
The
What's
Swiss
that
Army
little
knife.
sort of black dome?
Uh,
That guy.
Do you want to know what it's been
Hoover.
released as in the past? It's been released as a surveillance drone
Oh, okay. Interesting.
and something else as well. I can't remember what it was called. But yeah, the Micro Machines called it a surveillance drone.
Surveillance.
Why does Uncle Owen pick the rubbish R2 unit? Why didn't he pick R2D2?
Because what makes it rubbish? Well, you don't know.
Because look at it.
Look at it, it's all.
It's not R2.
There's a gonk down there as well.
He's
Gonk,
really
gonk.
cool.
It's just
He looks
gonking about.
really happy. Happy in a sad way. He's just like, oh.
Like an Eeyore.
I
Yeah.
have to walk. I love Eeyore.
Yeah, why didn't they give me wheels? I'm a robot. No, I just stomp around.
Oh, this actually relates to Star Wars. Saw a video the other day, and it was the guy who voices Winnie the Pooh reading out Darth Vader's lines.
Oh, really?
It was amazing. Absolutely
is great.
incredible. Yeah, you'd have to look for that
I'll have to check
later
that
on.
Much later.
Look, see? He's R2-D2. You can
They
get
don't know that at this point.
Yeah, but they should.
Should we take this or R2D2?
R2-D2.
Is that
They used
R2D2
R2-D2.
suggesting him? Why don't you take R2D2?
There used to be you could get a phone that was R2-D2. I remember it a long time ago, like a house phone.
Yeah, my mate had it.
It was incredible. It was pretty big as well. If I
Yeah,
remember
you took the front
rightly.
off and you could put it back on and it spun round when it was ringing.
It was
and stuff.
amazing. Absolutely
Yeah.
incredible.
Really wanted that phone.
I wanted
was
that
totally
phone.
tempted to rob his house.
Do it. Do it now.
No, he's probably fucked by now. He's a bit of a weirdo.
See, they didn't make a phone of that other crappy R2 unit.
Because,
It's just essentially R2D2 with a different head.
yeah, that's kind of the point. They would have
Yeah.
made it out of R2D2 parts.
Well, yeah, it makes sense.
Wow. Restraining bolt.
But I really look. He can't talk. He doesn't have any facial expressions. But I know when he's sad.
Yeah, exactly. Like, that's
It's
the weird
amazing.
power of
It's so good.
Star Wars droids.
The power of Kenny Baker.
You think he's
Is he making the
projecting from
noises?
inside? I bet he was on the set. I bet he was like, beep, boop, beep, beep, beep. Everyone's like, what the hell is this guy?
Have you
That's his
seen
lines.
Kenny Baker's Twitter account?
No.
Like, he joined it, and then he just posts for about 6 months straight, just links to Christmas jumpers. Good, check these out. These are pretty good. And then he just stops.
Like he didn't understand.
Yeah, it's like at first he's like Kenny Baker, like he's just doing normal things. Then like after about a month, it just turns into Christmas jumpers, and he does
Oh,
that
that's
for like
phenomenal.
6 months, and then he's just not on it anymore.
That's phenomenal that he was like, Christmas jumpers,
That is
everybody needs to
mental.
know this.
Do you remember? Oh, that's the.
T16.
16
Yeah.
Skyhopper.
Do you remember we were talking about it before? I know this makes absolutely no sense to anybody listening to this, but that's the ship I was talking about before.
Oh, that you like?
No, yeah, the one that. Oh no, it doesn't matter. I'm not even gonna.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
don't.
we don't need to.
We all want an oil bath.
That's all about felt so good.
Totally let out a nerd laugh than I did. I was like, that's so funny.
My mom thinks I'm cool.
This is where Luke is Millhouse.
Yeah, I hate Luke Skywalker. I don't
You
hate
can't
Luke
hate Luke
Skywalker.
Skywalker.
I don't hate him.
He
Hates
grows into
hate's a strong
the
word.
most powerful Jedi known.
In about 2 days.
Well, no, it takes longer than that.
Yeah, it's like 3 years. But still, no, it's hate's a strong word. He definitely becomes more badass, but he's just no Han Solo, and I think that's what annoys me.
Hate leads to suffering.
Suffering leads to hate.
Hate leads to anger.
No, it's.
Is hate leads to anger? No.
Oh, don't
Pain
go into
leads
the
to anger. Anger leads
Fear
to
leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. Hate
Hate
leads to suffering.
Like I said, hate leads to suffering. I got it right.
Right.
All right.
Fucking hell.
Just look at this hologram of a princess already.
Yay.
Everything.
I want to bone my sister.
Who doesn't?
She's
You got a
beautiful.
sister?
I do have a
You
sister.
better not tell her to listen to this.
No, she's not listening to this. She doesn't like Star Wars.
Ugh, one of them.
One of them. There's too many of them in this world.
Ugh.
When I get in power.
You up for the general election?
That's it. Glorious leader.
Making Star Wars Day a national holiday.
Yeah,
Needs it.
I'll be up for that.
I'd be totally.
On
like
the
North Korean
census,
style
I did put my
parade.
religion as Jedi.
me too.
Did you? I put Pastafarian.
Even me.
So
Pasta.
Pastafarian.
Is it from Futurama?
No, it's just like a made-up religion that they did in
Oh.
Australia for
Because they had
fun.
a spaghetti monster, didn't they? And...
Yeah, I think it's all because of that craze.
Oh, I see.
Started in Australia because some guys thought it'd be really funny, and I think they did it as a registered religion, and it is really funny. The flying noodle monster.
Sorry.
It's incredible. It's absolutely amazing.
Weird. Australians, eh? Whatever happened about that live-action Star Wars TV show
It just dissipated.
that George
didn't it? It
Lucas
just
said that they
disappeared.
had hours of filmed material?
That was quite recent, wasn't it?
They said they had 100 hours worth of scripts.
They see something about footage as well, I remember. There was one interview where he seemed to mention that there was footage, but they just didn't know what to do with it until
That
everything got
annoys me,
cheaper.
to think that there's Star Wars that I haven't seen, and I probably
Or
will
even
never
read.
Mm.
Like,
see. Yeah, that annoys me.
Although with Marvel having a bunch of TV shows
Yes,
getting
that's a
started
good
up,
They
point.
probably will do.
I think
They
it
will do.
completely depends on the success of the movie.
yeah, which I imagine
Which is
will
going to
be
do well,
pretty
even
well.
if it's bad.
I mean, considering how many people went mental for that cast announcement and the cast
Yes,
photo, it seems that a lot of
I wouldn't
people
have
are.
meant for that.
I did too.
There's good choices in there. There
Yeah.
really is.
Max von Sydow, for funk's sake. That guy's top. Andy Serkis.
Bit of blue milk. Andy
You
Serkis.
can't go wrong with Andy Serkis.
I can't help but think of a circus when someone says that. I'm Andy Serkis. Get him out of here.
I love Andy Serkis.
Yeah, he's amazing. Plays a great King Kong.
Yeah, and a great Caesar.
Mm.
And a great Gollum.
Maybe he'll be like an ape Jedi in this.
That'd be fucking awesome.
I could get behind that.
No, you behind.
I'd go for that.
He could
Maybe
be a
he's
Wookiee.
going to be the new Wookiee.
Could be Wookiee, yeah.
Maybe he's Chewbacca.
Although Peter Mayhew's still Chewbacca.
Oh yeah, yeah. He
Because
is.
gotta be, man.
I thought he was dead.
No,
No.
he's apparently quite ill though.
Probably, yeah.
The guy who plays Chewie.
What do you think blue milk tastes of?
Milk.
Do you reckon? Just milk.
Milk.
I don't know why that was so funny.
He's way inventive, wasn't he? Like, he just came out with straight milk.
Milk.
To me, it looks like it tastes of toothpaste.
Blueberries.
Yeah, I imagine it's just milk with food colouring.
Fucking
I
hell.
know, right? Just
Imagination
straight
here.
in
Come
the
on.
box. Straight in the box.
Milk.
It's milk with food colouring. That's how they did it. It's not the point. This is space. It tastes of space cows.
Alright, what do you think Tatooine smells like?
Poo.
Sand.
Mr. Imagination.
What does sand smell like, actually?
I don't know.
I imagine it
Stones.
smells like hot.
Sand smells really weird.
It's like warm.
It depends where you go. Like,
Should we
if
go
it's a
sniff some
desert,
sand?
it'll smell different than the beach because the beach smells like the sea.
I completely appreciate
Boom.
that question, by the way. You were like, all right, what does that smell like? I'm like, I'm actually going to think about
I
this.
was looking for ages to see if anyone had recorded audio of Mars.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I was like, I've never actually heard another planet.
Okay.
And for some reason I went on a mission, and they have.
Have
They
they?
recorded some as I don't know if
Is
it was
it the
the
Mars
last.
rover?
Don't know if it was the last rover or whether it was the previous one, but they did
Well, the
record
last
some
one fucked
audio.
up. The last one didn't respond. Beagle.
This is a brilliant shot. One of the best shots
Yes,
in the
and
entire.
the flourish of the music, the binary sunset music. That's going as my body gets set on fire. That'll be playing. I promise you this. Even if I have to do it myself.
That's really cool.
Yeah,
I don't really know how that's happened.
How they've got two sons.
Yeah.
It's possible.
No, I know. I mean, how is the effect on?
Oh, the effect. I don't know. They probably just filmed the sun twice and then. put
See,
the-
that's probably
the,
what. That,
the film
Yeah.
over one of them.
yeah,
one layer,
laid it over the other, but it just looks so seamless, like
Yeah.
to the point it actually looks like there's two suns,
Yeah.
Huh?
rather than a 1970s technology where it's done badly. That actually looks like there's a sky with two suns in it.
I still appreciate that there are lights everywhere in these films. Like, look,
Oh yeah. Beep.
just put lights around.
That's space,
Exactly. Space microwaves.
and there's candles. Well, they look like candles, should I say? Because not there is candles. That was the wrong word. All of that futuristic stuff, but the camera in that thing is crap.
He lives on a back-ass planet, though, doesn't he?
Yeah,
A back-ass planet.
That's it.
it is a redneck planet.
Yeah.
Do you think they're going to vote for UKIP? Or Tatooine?
I
In
knew it
Mos
had to come
Eisley.
up somewhere.
Get these aliens out of here!
Mos Eisley Kip would be me Kip. No, it wouldn't have Kip, would it? It'd be me.
Meep.
Meep meep.
You see my friend here, he doesn't like you.
I don't like him either.
I don't
Basically,
like you. That's
UKIP's
UKIP, yeah.
policy, like,
Yeah.
let's face it.
Let's not get into UKIP
Oh,
again.
I know. No. What's she doing with these space cabbages?
Boiling.
Do you reckon
Boiling
they're just
space
boiling in there?
cabbage.
Yeah.
I think they're vaporizing down into blue milk.
So you think blue milk tastes
of
like cabbage?
Oh,
Tastes of
God.
vaporized cabbage.
I can't think of anything worse.
Like just cabbage milk.
Racism. A
Cabbage.
child dying from hunger.
Nope.
No.
Cabbage milk.
Still a great thing. I would love a car like that.
Yep. Most definitely. I'd happily drive
Most
that as well.
def.
I'd drive it everywhere, and everyone would be dead embarrassed to know me, but I wouldn't care.
No, why would they embarrass to know you? If they're embarrassed to know you with that thing, then they're not worth knowing.
So are Tusken Raiders or Sand people, or are they their own race?
No one knows.
No one knows.
No one has seen them without the bandages and
I'd
lived.
like to say that they're like they're their own race. I don't
Yeah,
like to think.
I believe that no
I
one
d-
speaks like that, do they?
yeah.
Well, I'm pretty sure I saw a bit of a hand on one of them then.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's just...
But I don't know if
That
that was
just
a
might be.
more of a mistake.
He
Yeah.
could still have the same colour skin as us,
Yeah.
don't get me wrong.
Maybe
Sorry, that was my Tuscan Raider.
they all look like Ed Miliband.
Yeah, and then they do need the bandages. Doesn't he look like a mismoulded Wallace? From
Like
Wallace and
this. This shot of Luke looking through the binoculars, when he says, "I see one of them now," on my VHS, and I assume most people's VHS, because it was pan and scan, you couldn't actually see that Tuscan
really?
Raider.
Yeah.
So when he would say, "There's one of them now," I was always like, "I can't see it."
Where?
What is he on
He's got
about?
really good eyesight.
Oh, is he just making that
That
up?
looks amazing.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that a lot, probably, because I've not seen these yet.
It looks nice in
But you're
HD.
not wrong.
HDev.
In HD, it looks really good.
No, I don't know how much you're going to be able to hear this of the new.
Oh, yeah. I might actually get close to the TV just
Go
to
for
hear
it,
this, because I've,
Well, you've not
got
heard
long.
it.
I've got a while. I kind of like it. Gives
Yeah.
it's more beastly.
It's just the.
I know, but I'm a
It's-
space dragon.
It's not one of the worst changes.
No.
No, actually, it's better than the
That makes
last
sense.
DVD.
Yes, when it was like whoop whoop whoop, I didn't like that bit.
Ah, space medicine.
The skeleton at the start where C-3PO and R2-D2 is supposed to be a crate dragon skeleton, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Yes.
Interesting.
and that's the noise.
I did
he
wonder
was
what
making
that.
there.
I wondered what that big, huge skeleton was.
So that skeleton was like whoop whoop whoop.
Did
Oh,
they
yeah.
exist anymore?
Yeah.
The creature.
Yeah, apparently. They're a bit treated a bit like myths on the planet, but they supposedly exist and they exist in games. So
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
And they were in one of my technical manuals. You know, when they have like all the blueprints for
Yeah.
things, and there was
Ah,
a
right, okay.
crate dragon in there. I was like, "Oh man, that looks sick, yo."
but yeah, you actually phoned them up to say that.
Hey, Mr. Lucas. Great Dragon looks sick, yo.
I had nothing to do with it.
Oh, thank you very much. This is George Lucas.
I imagine he speaks like Boss Nass now. He's got that waddle.
So he speaks like
Brian
Brian Blessed, yeah.
Action!
That's probably why everyone could.
Yes,
Not get
Oh, Brian bless it.
that Gungan War, didn't hate it. Quite liked it.
Gungan War.
What, at the end of episode 1?
Yeah, I liked
it's
it.
good. I like
Yeah,
it.
it's good. I'm not a fan of Gungans in general, just because they're idiots.
Jar Jar Binks is
It's
the
only
best.
Jar Jar that's the idiot, though.
Jar Jar Binks is the best.
Jar Jar Binks is essential though.
He's the
They
best.
need a stupid person they can trick into giving the Chancellor emergency power. The only problem is with him, he doesn't need to be slapstick.
No.
I like Jar Jar.
I know you do.
Do you?
Yeah. Well,
He's
when
like
I
one
was
of the very
when I
few
saw it when I
people.
was like 9, 10, he was
Yeah.
the
He
was
funniest
ace.
thing ever.
I was.
Yeah, no, I did. I liked him
I
when I
was
was a kid.
16, and I was pissed off. like,
Well, Jesus, that just shows. No offense, shows the age difference.
Yeah.
I was. If he was 16, I'd have been about 10.
I was leaving school in '99. Episode 1 came out in '99. Yeah?
Yep. I had a Jar Jar Binks watch
Mental.
that every time you pressed a button, it made a sound effect of him going, "Whoa!"
That must have been the worst
The
watch.
time is.
I mean, you the same age, right?
I think you're a bit older.
I'm 25,
Yeah, I'm 24, but I'm turning 25 in 2 months.
so we're born in the same year.
Yeah.
1989.
Yeah,
But
boy.
basically, the teacher kept on taking that watch off me.
I had a
Oh,
Jurassic Park
dude.
T-Rex one that kept getting taken off me because it went like, "Rrrr," but like, it was like a man doing the T-Rex roar. It was just like,
Jurassic Park.
"Na, na, na."
I like Jurassic Park.
Ben's house. Ben Kenobi.
Does he not see like Uncle Owen and thingy
Aunt Beru.
They were telling him like, you know, whoa, don't
Stay
go
away
with
from
him. Don't go with him. He's a bit of a nonce.
He's a
They didn't
pedo.
say that, though, did they?
Yeah,
They
they
didn't go,
implied that. They implied it. They implied
he
was
has
a bit
been
of a
known
nonce.
to. That he's a diddler, basically.
But they were just trying to protect him. But
Yeah.
then Ben's just like, yo, Luke, want to be a Jedi?
To a point, he does save him from sand people. Like he doesn't.
Yeah, no, of
doesn't
course.
just like.
And he's also got a stain on his right shoulder.
Yeah.
Looks like wine.
I don't know how.
Without Guinness at this point, probably, because he
yeah.
really didn't like it, did he?
I don't know how
Wine.
true this is, but apparently Alec Guinness didn't retain 100% of his licensing rights to the character. He gave a lot of them away because he thought Star Wars was going to be a flop.
I don't think you ever retain.
No, like he had, you know, you get some sort of credits.
Look at this. He nearly takes off Obi-Wan Kenobi's head. Like, I always used to wince as he did that, just in case.
I've forgotten what it is. It's his. You know, you get some sort of credit for being in it. He didn't keep it all. Because...
Oh, what you mean? Every time your image is used on a
Yes,
thing, you
yeah.
get a percentage of.
Yeah, and he didn't retain it
Yeah,
because he
I
thought
bet
it was going
takes
to
a
flop.
lawyer to sign for it or something.
Because he thought Star Wars was
Well,
going to flop.
he hated it, didn't he?
Did he?
Yeah, it's just because like he had such a
Well, he was a proper actor, wasn't
yeah,
he?
he had a career, and people remembered him for this, really.
Yeah.
But fuck him, he's Obi-Wan Kenobi. You don't get a choice.
Get over it.
I have the same problem with Bill Murray in Ghostbusters.
What?
That he hates Ghostbusters.
Never mind.
But it sucks, man.
I'm glad they're not doing 3 anymore.
I
Well,
thought they were
especially now
now.
that how they're still apparently going to go on with it.
That's
But
why
then
I
when-
heard that Bill Murray's now on board because of it.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I heard, yeah.
I can see him completely sabotaging it.
Oh, no, not after his, like...
I know the
his
good
close
thing
friends
about
had
Bill
died.
Murray is because his character's always snarky.
Yeah.
Like even if he was, it would only be him sabotaging it if he actually tried to act properly. And
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like what?
He suddenly tries to turn it into Wes Anderson's films.
Or he actually, or even if he actually did something, if you tried to be dramatic, which is not what you want from Bill Murray.
Well, like, there was loads of people kicking off, like, saying that he was... his voice acting was lazy on the video game. Which
Yeah,
it kind of was.
It was a bit.
He was just like, oh, look, a ghost. And it was...
It
but
would have
was-
been incredible if he was just like, ah, ghost.
It was a
the
good game.
character's mouth moving loads.
Yeah, 'cause we did actually have that game that had all the original cast in it, didn't it? So
Yeah.
that's kind of the third Ghostbusters.
Well, I think that's originally what they were going to have for the idea of the film.
Well, like, all the ghosts come back.
No,
Same ones.
like they were training up another fella.
Oh
Wait,
that was
it's
it.
Winston in that film.
Yeah.
In that
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah. All of them. I
But
think
he's
even
not on any of the posters.
you kid.
Knew that was coming. Red on your face.
Red on your face, big disgrace.
Joe, that it really bugs me, that, though. Don't know
What?
why. It just bugs me. I fucking love Ghostbusters.
What bugs you? Bill Murray.
Bill Murray doesn't like.
No,
Ghostbusters.
well, that.
And
And
Winston.
Winston's not on the posters. He's on the poster for the second one, but his name's not. It just bugs me.
We'll
He's
make
like
you-
he's one of the main characters. No, I'm not even gonna get into it.
Over watching Star Wars.
Yeah, I love Star Wars.
Did you just headbutt the microphone?
A little bit. It was at the peak of my heart. I gave it a little bit of a kiss.
Because you're cool and you're wearing your hat indoors.
I am, because I don't want the light to get in my eye.
It's one lone eye.
He's a cyclops.
I have only got one eye, so
True story,
Yep.
yo.
I've also got 3 ears. Interestingly enough.
That is a good fact.
Somebody show you it.
Yes.
My
Star Destroyers.
My final frontier.
Ah!
That was a Star Trek joke while watching Star Wars, so...
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
yolk.
Yolk time!
Yolk.
Yolk time!
Yoke.
Yeah,
Yeah, you'll see.
you'll be on a yolk in a bit.
Oh, you must be yoking.
Oh, you went there.
That's exactly the pun.
I'm excited to see it.
I'm boiling mad. Oh, that doesn't really work.
That was exactly the pun I was looking for. Excellent.
I like that little ball in the middle.
I shelled out a lot for those jokes.
Oh,
What do you think that ball in the middle does? Do you think it's a hologram?
um,
I think it's a communicator.
I think it dispenses cigarettes by shooting them into your mouth.
Pez dispenser.
When someone goes cigarette, it shoots them out all round. You have to catch them.
Peter
He's so
Cushing.
badass.
Peter Cushing is badass. Van Helsing, for funk's sake.
Is his character Mox Tarkin?
And Frankenstein.
Yes.
Van Helsing and
yeah.
Frankenstein.
Huh?
Is it Grand
Grand Moff Tarkin.
Yeah.
Grand
Dude.
Moff is the title.
Ah, right.
Yeah, like General.
Right.
Fair enough.
I'm the grandest
When
Moff.
Darth Vader force chokes this guy, my friend used to think he was conjuring an egg in his throat and choking him.
Right.
Look at the table when he finishes. It's a button, but just look at it. Because my friend thought he magics eggs into people's throats.
Why?
You'll
He
see.
genuinely thought that.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
You'll see why.
Why an egg?
Everyone
Right.
at home join in as well.
Yeah, you'll have to just look at the table. And
I think I can see where you're coming from.
You'll see it. Here he goes.
I don't know why.
Egg,
This...
egg,
egg. Eggs.
My mate, he's like drastically convinced it was.
So it's not the Medichlorians around him being like.
We don't
going on
talk about
his
midichlorians.
And then...
Ready?
Uh,
Doesn't look like it, right?
Yes. Fantastic. Yes, that is a sound theory. He looks like the Demon Headmaster as well.
Oh, he kind of does.
Yeah.
I
oh,
imagine
do you mean the Demon Headmaster
That
looks, like him?
Nice.
Come on,
Tell-
guys.
you tell him. I imagine if there was a film made of the Demon Headmaster at this point in time, he would have played him.
You like to think that.
Yes.
Would he? Would he really?
Woody Harrelson.
I don't know. It's a British thing, and he's British. So he's always around. He was in a lot of Hammer films.
Yeah.
It's not like he's like Peter Cushing's pretty picky about his films. Another Frankenstein film, sure.
Frankenstein's penis? I'll take it.
Mummies, okay. All those dead Jawas.
But they're only trying to make it look like sand people.
Oh. This always takes off and comes into corners, doesn't it? Because on a
Yeah, it's on a
arm.
crane.
Well,
Looks cool though.
yeah,
It gets the right effect.
that's a great shot.
Mm-hmm.
What, that he's zooming in on a corner. I'm going round in circles.
I never noticed that. But then it obviously it makes perfect sense. And
Yeah.
that just looks cool.
Yeah, and it works as an
And
effect. It really does.
And like when he's getting out and it kind of bounces up and down, it
Yeah, it's hovering.
but obviously it's the crane.
Yeah.
But it looks like it's hovering. It's just really cool. I'm sounding like an absolute thick child.
Oh,
I wish I could
that
have
always
those
grimmed
action
me out when I was
Yeah,
younger.
it really did when I was a kid.
That's a bit brutal for. Is this a PG?
It's a
It's a
you.
you.
It's a U.
Yeah, this is.
Universal.
Have they not changed it in recent years?
No. Like, yeah, I used to think when it was coming
That-
up, I used to be like, oh,
They're all you apart from
episode 3.
Episode 3,
which is a 12.
Which is a 12. Yeah.
The DVD for episode 1 is a PG, and that's because Ewan McGregor says bastards in,
Well,
In a
interesting.
special feature.
in one of the extra features, yeah. Because if you open up the DVD, the first disc, one with the film, is a U, and the second disc is PG.
Mm.
Ah. But then obviously on the box they have to put PG.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting. That thing is so sinister. It's the huge.
I know.
I'm really scared of needles.
Oh, really?
So like, yeah, so like seeing that is just like, ah!
Interrogation droid.
It's horrible. That really creeped me out when I was a kid. Really, really creeped
That's
me
a
out.
very THX shot.
Is it?
Yeah.
Right down the corridor.
Yeah, and just the way it pans down as the door closes.
I'm still not seeing it.
You should see it. It's
I
pretty
really
great.
want to see it. It's the annoying thing.
It's very annoying.
I am very annoying.
But you've seen American Graffiti. You haven't seen it?
No.
That's
So I just realised I shook my head and that doesn't work for audio.
American Graffiti is amazing.
Mm.
I love that film.
And Solo.
Han Solo, did you just say?
Yeah.
Harrison Ford is in it.
Yeah. And of course, I have problems.
Yeah, because it's not. Han
I'm older.
Solo.
I could probably watch it now.
Yeah, because it's also a phenomenal film.
I've seen bits until Han Solo.
Oh, that means you've seen it.
Of course.
If you've seen bits of it,
Of course.
that's the equivalent of watching the whole thing.
Take that on Ronan's word. He's saying if you watch tiny bits of a film,
Never see
you've
a
watched the
more
whole
wretched
film.
That's it.
hive of scum and villainy.
Stop what?
Yeah,
You must be cautious. Is it cautious or careful?
cautious.
Yeah, I thought so.
Want rats?
Can't one of his friends take one of those?
He can bullseye,
bullseye
one
want
rats
rats
in
is-
his T16 back
yeah.
home. Do it then, Luke. Do it.
Yeah, do it.
Come on.
Smart ass. Put your money where your mouth is.
They look like they'd be really annoying because they're everywhere.
Yeah. This
That looks
is
so much smoother.
still looks bad, but looks better.
Doesn't look bad.
on the old VHS that I had,
Yeah.
it looked awful, and I was
Yeah,
like,
back in
"Why
the
is
day, it was
this?
lovely, though.
Why is this?"
I
here?"
remember them saying they wanted to put a load of people walking past the camera to make it look busier because it looks really empty on there.
It's a bit annoying, though, isn't it?
Only for guys. That's really annoying. Get out of my way.
I'm
These are
glad
not the
that
droids you're looking
in
for.
the DVD release they updated Jabba the Hutt
Yes.
because the
I've not
special
seen him in the
edition.
Blu-ray
I think it's the same.
What
Same.
with Han walking over him?
where he blurs.
Well, all that bit. Because
Yeah.
if you look at the 1997
bad.
video
Oh,
one,
God.
it's an awful piece of shit.
Yeah, this.
I don't think I
CG.
have.
The CGI has not.
It looks.
Have you
flat.
seen the
No.
original scene for that?
Yeah, with the
Yeah,
man.
with the man. Yeah,
it's really cool. Is that originally what Jabba was going to
Yeah.
be? A dude?
yeah.
That's really, really cool. So strange.
That's why they left in the line. You're a wonderful human being,
Yeah.
which kind of really. It just makes it more sarky thing to say,
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
it?
And then there's the debate that's old as time. Who shot first?
Well, it's Han shoots first.
In the original, yeah.
Han
Han
shoots
does
first.
shoot
Then Greedo shot first.
And now they both shoot at roughly the same time.
Oh, cool.
I think Greedo still shoots slightly first because obviously you've got to make Han out to be a good
Yeah.
guy,
Still looks
and
a
it's
bit
self-defense.
Does it?
The way how they've had
Where
it,
they
so like,
moved his head.
he chose to dodge it, and it's like it's all these things happening in like very quickly. It's just like just
have
have
him shoot
have
first.
just one of them shoot first. Just like either have
Love
it
the
so that
cantina
Han
scene.
shoots first, or have it so Greedo shoots first. Like,
It's just because you see Han Solo for being an absolute badass,
mm.
and I'm all for Han Solo.
There's a pastafarian.
He's smoking pasta. My friend, he doesn't like you.
I don't like you either.
I don't like you either.
Doctor.
We wanted Ren.
What's his name? Doctor Estefan.
Well, that guy's really creepy.
Doctor Estefan. He's a
Glorious,
Deveronian.
glorious brother.
Doctor Escoban or something. It's something weird like that.
Yeah, Chewie.
My favourite character in all of Star Wars.
Chewbacca?
Yep.
Is he?
Because he's the big tall sidekick.
Oh, that's you, is it?
Pretty much.
Yeah, interesting.
They've got.
They're those
stupid hair.
Egyptian kind of that you were on about before.
Oh well,
Clone
in the
Wars.
Clone Wars.
Space sluts.
As Gaz calls them.
Oh, what a prick. He's got balls on his chin.
Yeah, butt face.
He is a Ponda Barber.
That's his name, isn't it?
Yeah, he is.
Rather than his race.
Oh,
Butt face.
He's a Bolchinian.
Oh, I was
That's
just
what he is.
thinking that as well. Stupid Men in Black.
I hate men. in that.
I love the first one. Second one.
I've not. I saw half of the second one, turned it off, and I've not bothered. with
Yeah,
the third.
I wouldn't.
Apparently, the third one's all right though. To be fair.
It's no.
He
It
looks
was
like a
shit.
slug.
Third was not good.
I watched it. It was shit.
Really?
Like, really shit.
I only wanted to see it because Jermaine was in it.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
he's
Jermaine
all right in it.
Clement.
Yeah, he's good in it.
But
He's good in the Muppets.
yeah, the third one, it's not great. Even my mum was just like, "Wow, that was a stinker."
That was a stinker.
Yeah,
I'm really lost on Ponda Barber's species. I can't remember it.
bud face.
Buttface. It's like Tuscan. No, well, not Tuscan. But it's
Do
got
you think
like a
that's
Tuscan feel
the
to it.
space version of Sloth?
I can't remember.
Oh, Luke Skywalker getting owned.
Kapow!
Totally deserves that. Oh, Ben! And there's blood.
Mm.
This is pretty brutal for a you.
Yeah,
Yeah, really is.
Get away with a lot more back then.
And plus,
I thought they were going to cut... Sorry, go on.
it's just the idea that the armor's already severed and it's on the floor. It's a lot.
Was there one of the versions where they cut out the blood?
No?
I wouldn't be surprised, but I don't remember
Just
it.
because I thought the whole point of the Jedi lightsaber is because it's a humane weapon and it cauterizes the wound.
Not always. I think the idea is how you slice.
Right.
Also, the arm
'Cause
fell
I
off.
thought that was the point with them being the peaceful
Maybe,
people.
Maybe he'd already severed his arm and he's trying to get some
Insurance.
compensation. Claims direct. Have you been attacked by a Jedi?
No, like I'm not trying to
Oh, well.
find flaws in the whole ethos.
There is flaws. But
Yeah.
I'm fine with that. You can do this on the internet and no one can tell.
I'm really
What are we doing?
confused.
What
are we doing?
I just joined in.
Yeah, we're doing.
That's how it happened, you know.
Is it?
You-
Yeah.
People just started joining in.
You kip.
I once went to a fancy dress party dressed as Han Solo.
We could have said Nancy there.
Now they know.
And my friend was Chewbacca. And the day after, I was really drunk.
Actually, to point out, we don't in any way support UKIP.
No.
Oh, no, it's like...
That was a different audio thing, though. We actually explained that, but we don't. We're awful racists. But anyway, yeah.
Sexy.
But yeah, like that night, yeah, it was a Halloween party, and that night I fell asleep in my car because I was really drunk, and there was no room anywhere else.
You thought it was Millennium Falcon?
No, unfortunately not. But the day after, I woke up and it was freezing. All I had was my costume, and I was like, "Oh, need to get in." But everyone was asleep upstairs, so I was like ringing for ages on the door, and then finally somebody let me in. I was that cold that I got underneath a cover with the Chewbacca costume on, and then watched Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
How fast can your car do the Kessel Run?
In 12 parsecs.
That's pretty fast.
That's pretty fast.
That's as fast as the Millennium Falcon.
And it was an old bucket of bolts, the old car that I had.
Was it?
Yeah. What a lad!
I
I had to get that out. I'm sorry.
It's just scruffy looking nerve herder.
Who's
scruffy looking?
Always has to be fed, doesn't it? Some bouts of excitement.
It's I saw this thing on the internet that was really cool, and my fiance says yes, you can have one, and it was really cool. It's almost like a canvas, but it's on metal, and it's there's loads of Star Wars themed ones, but there's Han Solo in his iconic pose, you know, with his gun facing and his arm.
Yeah. The gunslinger pose.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's like it's like kind of shadowed out, and with some sort of. It was like a silhouette and like loads of art behind it.
Yeah.
It's just really, really cool. It's only like 30 quid. Bargain.
Fun fact, Greedo is played by a woman.
Really?
Yep.
Ah. I'm learning so much here, and
I like the way in the Clone Wars, and actually later on in books and stuff, it's mentioned that Rodian eyes look like they contain galaxies.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I like that.
And there's also a deleted scene from Star Wars Episode 1 featuring Anakin Skywalker fighting Greedo. Both as
Punching
children.
him just in the Rodian dick over and over again.
Well, what I heard as well, I read this in the trivia section of IMDb, and there was a scene cut out of Episode 3, which had a young Han Solo growing up on Kashyyyk. And it was going to be that was his origin story. He grew up, and that's how he knows Chewbacca, because obviously Chewbacca's in the Episode 3.
Han Solo frees Chewbacca from an Empire slave.
Well, don't have a go at me. This is what they were going to do.
I refuse to not have a go.
No, but that's how he understands.
Was the user who uploaded this fact called Super Shadow?
Oh, Super Shadow. Have you ever heard of Super Shadow?
No.
Yeah, we'll tell you about it at a later date. It's a pretty
He's a
beautiful
troll.
thing.
Let's get into Super Shadow. Super Shadow was apparently a guy who was friends with George Lucas.
He just used to tell people he was Lucas's best friend.
He had a website called supershadow.com. I don't think it exists anymore.
No, he doesn't.
And he basically would post scripts and plots for episodes 1, 2, and 3 before they were made, and 7, 8, and 9. And also all other types of things, like he had like a Jedi rank system of all the actual figures for the Metachlorian count and all the Jedis, and basically loads of bullshit.
He just made it all up. like he was just pulling out of his arse. But you could tell he was that nerd who like, no friends, stuck in a basement just being like, this is all true because I say so, because he got really defensive over it and stuff. He's such a...
So he's George Lucas's friend because he met him at Comic-Con? Like that kind of.
I don't think he ever had any
physical connection.
Yeah.
Even seen George.
But
Lucas
he said
in
he
real
was.
life.
Isn't that the original concept art?
That's I tell you what, that's the guy I was just on about. You know, the one who was on the.
Oh,
Sandcrawler?
the figure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I had like 2 of him. And I was like, this is the worst droid. Why have I got this? I actually smashed him up with a baseball bat.
Have you seen some of the? Really?
That guy's
Yeah,
wearing a fisherman hat.
Yeah, of course he is.
Because he's a
going
lad.
space fishing.
Fucking
on Tatooine.
Jabba. I hate
Anglad.
Jabba.
Yeah.
That's what he is.
Nice.
Now look how nice this CGI model looks compared to 97.
Yeah.
Dear God, yes. It still has its problems, but
Yeah,
it
of
looks
course.
better.
I think you're always going to have a problem putting a CGI model into a 1977 piece of film like this.
Yeah. He's
And
dead.
of course Boba Fett. That was a late addition.
I was going to say he wasn't there originally.
Plus his shadow doesn't look great.
No.
That looks like Kramer in the background.
He's dead.
It's Cosmos Kramer.
See, one thing that really bugs me about this scene is the eye levels, and I know that shouldn't really bother you as much, but it really bothers me.
I think they did quite well to...
They've done all right. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, it's not awful, but you know when you know little things.
Yeah.
It's this now. Oh, that looks so bad. Oh, that...
It looked worse.
Yeah.
It did look worse. It was blocky.
I wouldn't mind him leaving this scene out.
Yeah,
I'd just leaving it out.
You and a lot of other people wouldn't mind this scene.
Like, it doesn't harm my experience to have it.
Oh, no.
I love the guy's moustache.
It looks like Les Claypool from Primus. The dress is like Les Claypool from Primus.
The guy in the background.
Yeah,
really
with
unfortunate.
the really shiny goggles.
Yeah,
There's a Greedo-type creature.
that's Greedo's brother, Dorito. No, just don't worry.
Right.
Totally making it up.
I know you
Sort
know
of
quite
laughed
a
and
lot.
I went, "Oh my god, that's real."
No, I love
Boba
Han
Fett
Solo.
looking like a badass.
He wasn't there before, was
Nope,
he?
no.
That's a new edition. Is that to the Blu-ray version?
That was
No,
in the
that's in
DVD,
the
and I think it might have
DVD.
been even the video.
Yes, it's in the
Why
it
do I
didn't
not
look
remember
good.
seeing Boba Fett then? 'Cause I've even watched this fairly recently.
No. Don't know.
Maybe I wasn't paying that much attention, but I should have been because it's Star Wars.
I know it's one of those things where you are
Maybe I just
familiar
didn't
with-
realise he was
familiar
there.
with something
Yeah.
so much. I recently watched Return of the Jedi, and while watching it on the Blu-ray, I
Yes,
noticed
I
so
remember.
many aliens just in the back. I was
Yeah.
like, "What the fuck is that in the background?" And I remember sending a load of pictures to
Yeah,
Matt,
and I
being
was
like, "Who's this
I have to
guy?"
identify him. Like,
Yeah.
Because they were just like like things I'd never noticed before. Now I'm looking at them going, "What is that?"
they're almost
Shit.
frame for
Yeah.
the shot. They're around the edges, aren't they? And stuff.
Oh yeah.
My soon-to-be brother-in-law and sister-in-law for my birthday got me this.
You're going to have a brother-in-law and a sister-in-law.
Well, it's his wife.
Oh, I see now.
Yeah.
He's married to your sister.
No, not that one. Jen's brother.
I am so confused.
Sister-in-law is the person you're marrying's family.
Yeah, but he's got a brother-in-law and a sister-in-law together.
Yeah, they're still technically dating my sister-in-law.
Oh, yes, it makes sense now.
Yeah,
Yes.
because they're married.
I was just being weird. Yeah?
Because then it's Jen's brother, and
I always get confused by extended family.
that's fine, no problem. Either way, for my birthday, they got me some birthday Lego, and it was like a miniature Millennium Falcon with a Han Solo minifig.
Oh, yeah, we saw
that
them
sat on
at
top
work.
of it. So cool.
We've got quite a few at work.
It's amazing. Buy it. It's definitely worth it.
I don't like Lego.
Well, fair enough. Don't buy it then.
Sound advice.
I like Lego until I finished it. Then I don't know what to do with it.
I'm done with this Lego.
I really like building it, but then once I've finished building it, and then I don't
know what to do.
I don't know what to do with it. I don't want to
I have
keep
it on display.
Yeah, but then I've got a load of Lego filling up my room, and I've got very little room as it is in my room.
Me too.
You get walls of DVDs.
Yeah, and books and other stuff. I've still got all my old Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle toys.
Brilliant.
I've got all my stuff coming. With all my old toys.
All my stuff. Oh, I keep. Yeah,
I'm
I know.
totally going to rummage through that next time I'm here. Not that I don't already rummage through all your cool stuff that's here anyway.
I love the Falcon's cockpit.
Yeah.
I love the Falcon. My dad tries to convince me that I had a Millennium Falcon when I was a child, and I didn't. I did not have the Millennium Falcon. I had pretty much every other ship that was
Do
available.
you mean the actual Millennium Falcon?
He used to
Was he
fly
trying to
around,
convince
maybe.
you that you had the actual Millennium Falcon? Because I had dreams when I was younger that I had an X-wing.
Yes.
I came and saved everyone at school, and then everyone thought I was cool.
And that never
But
happened.
then,
Just
then I'd wake
dreams.
up and I'd realise I was already cool.
Yeah.
Mission accomplished.
Time to do a Star Wars podcast.
No, silly. I meant the toy.
I've got it.
I never had it.
I
My
always-
dad convinced me.
I
Tried to
used
convince me.
to
and I did.
look at it in Argos magazine and talk to my Han Solo figurine and say, "I'll get that for you one day."
I had Han
And he
Solo.
was like, no, you won't.
Never-
kid."
you don't have any money.
I had the X-wing, the TIE fighter, Vader's TIE fighter. I had some of the other ships that were available. Actually, no, I think that was it. But I didn't have the Millennium Falcon, and I constantly have this argument because I always bring it up and say, "You ruined my childhood, Dad. You didn't get me the Millennium Falcon."
You just thought you got it, mate.
And he was like, "I did get it, yeah, I did." And I was like, "No." I'd think I'd remember it, and I'd still have it.
I never had many of the bigger ones. I had lots of the Micro Machine ones.
I've got loads of them.
I mean, is it the Micro Machine the ones where it's like
Action Fleet.
Action Fleet? Yeah, I had loads of those.
Do you know what? I was never really into Micro Machines as a kid. I don't know why.
I didn't like Micro Machines, the cars, but Star Wars was anything Star Wars.
Well, fair enough.
I was like, give me that.
But
I mean, I
Action
never
Fleet,
really got into it, and I don't know why.
I was massively into the Action Fleet
I've
stuff.
still got them all.
I've still got all my ones.
I had loads of the old toys, the old 80s toys, like big ships and everything. A big, massive box in my mum's room. But when we moved house, when I was about 15, she sold them all for 20 quid for the whole box.
Oh,
Fuck.
I know, and I didn't find out until we'd moved.
That
and I was
hurts.
where'd these go?
like, done, Mum.
My dad made me throw away all my toys.
Oh, did he do it into a fire?
No, it was like a bin, and he was just like, "You have to do it." I was like, "I really don't want to do this. I love my toys. Why do I have to get rid of my toys?" And he was like, "I had to do it, so you have to do it." I was
Oh,
like,
jeez.
Bloody hell.
thanks, Dad.
Luckily, my mum...
Don't get me wrong, I absolutely love my dad. I'm making him sound like he's an absolute prick. He's
Bye,
not.
Alderaan.
He's a really nice guy, but yeah, that was horrible.
Luckily, my mum is more sentimental about my childhood possessions than me.
Oh,
So
really?
whenever I'm like, you know what, we can get rid of these, and she's like, no, you can't get rid of those. I'm like, okay.
Like, if I said,
Are you
"Oh,
not-
we can chuck this," my mum would be like, "Too right."
That's
Just
exactly
throw
what
it all
my mum
out.
and dad are like. Are you an only child?
Yes, he is.
That'll probably be
Yeah,
why then.
that's it. We've both got siblings.
You better off
So
without
such a
him.
badass.
That's
This whole bit of dialogue I love.
Let the Wookiee win.
That lightsaber looks shit. It just looks shit.
What about the chess pieces?
They look pretty cool.
That's actually called.
Space chess.
Yeah, we're gonna call it space chess.
Really?
I think so.
Totally made that up.
No, it's called something else, but
Yeah.
I like the idea that you called it space chess.
No, I think you said that. Let
God,
the
it's
Wookiee
been
win.
so long since I've watched Star Wars. I actually missed it.
This is one of my favourite parts. So yeah, well,
Let
Ken,
the Wookiee win.
it's just the fact that what
Droids
Han
don't
Solo
rip
says.
people's arm sockets out.
Yeah.
Arms out
Let
their
the
socket
Wookiee
when they
win.
lose. I got new advice. Let the Wookiee win. Smooth. I'm cheating.
Why haven't they tidied that up? They tidied up loads of other things and they just left
Yeah.
that.
Why is that?
I wonder if it's a case that they would have to
forgot it.
remove the special effect. I don't know.
Because it looks a mess.
It's the only thing though. They've tightened up, that's the wrong word. They've tidied up a lot of the lightsaber effects in sort of in Empire when there's the lightsaber battle and Return of the Jedi as well. But why have they just left that? Like even the bit before when you saw Obi-Wan Kenobi cutting off that dude's arm, it looked amazing.
There is a fan edit where some guy has redone a lot of those special effects.
Yeah.
And things like that. And he's also added a lot more stuff in the final battle. And a lot of the graphical overlays for the computer systems he's updated and made to look more modern.
Oh, really? I don't want that.
No, it kind of takes
got a
away from the
charm.
Yeah.
character.
It's
got, like-
it was an interesting thing to watch, but
Just
at the
from
same
a-
time it was just
yeah.
like, yeah, this is whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
Well
It really
done.
is to mess with.
Something that I heard as well, and I don't know how true it is, at the beginning of this, when he says he wants to join the Academy, he wants to join the Empire, doesn't he?
Yeah,
Well,
they jump ship.
In the original, there's a scene where Biggs from the
Big
end
Starlighter.
because Biggs, the plan is because he's leaving to join he's going to the Imperial Academy, and the idea is that he tells
Yeah.
Luke
Yeah.
that they're going to jump ship and join the Rebel Alliance on the way there.
That's the common thing from the backwater planets is pilots
Right.
signing up but then jumping over.
Yeah.
Oh, right, what? So they get the training and then they go and
No,
fight?
Well, no,
they,
just
they
on-
go on the journey.
Oh, right,
Just
right,
go
right,
missing
right,
off
right,
the
right,
rosters.
right.
So there's a scene where Biggs is trying to get Luke to come with him.
Because I read that and I didn't know how true it was. And
Yeah.
I'm very glad it is true because I think that's quite interesting.
So that's why he wanted to join the.
Is that the scene where they show the space battle from below?
Yes. Yeah.
To see that.
Squeaky chair.
Yeah, sorry. Well, my bottom was hurting. I had to
Yeah, I
rearrange.
know.
I'm feeling that.
Yeah.
I feel it.
Yeah.
I always like the hats that the guys wear in the Death Star.
Security.
Yeah.
Is it wrong that I kind of like their uniform, considering it looks just like the Nazi uniform?
A lot of this is based on World War II stuff.
Yeah.
The Stormtroopers' rifles, especially.
I did an essay on that in college.
Did you?
Yeah.
What was it entitled?
I can't remember.
I did about 8
Star
essays on
Wars.
Star Wars.
Did you?
Yeah, I used to get away with it all the time, man.
Yeah. Well, as long as you've got the research behind it,
Yeah, I suppose.
doesn't matter.
And that's the good thing about Star Wars is there's already a lot of research,
Yeah.
and you don't mind doing even more research.
Nope, because it's Star Wars.
That's it.
I think mine was a mixture of it's loosely based on World War II, with the sort of the stormtroopers and all that sort of stuff, and the space race.
One of my favourites was I did it on the iconic nature of the sounds of lightsabers and stuff.
Cool.
Like, you can hear those sounds and you associate.
You know it.
You only have
yeah.
to see a lightsaber once to
To know that it's
Yeah.
Star Wars. Well, it's become. Well, it's no longer just a film franchise. It's pop culture.
Yeah, definitely.
You can go into Primark and see a Star Wars T-shirt.
Yeah, it's weird.
It is weird because there's going to be some people out there that don't really like Star Wars and they'll wear it because they think it's a
I
cool
knew
looking
someone.
T-shirt, and I don't like that.
No, well, it's not. I always think, poser, but then I think.
But then
it's
they
only
were
Star
looking.
Wars.
It's Star Wars.
Yeah, exactly. I'd rather look at them in a Star Wars shirt than see them in a, I don't know, Guns N' Roses shirt or
Oh
something.
God.
No, like, they have that kind of shit, don't they?
Yeah.
That's
And-
no moon. That's a space station.
Brilliant. You just kind of forget how good this is when you've not
Yeah.
seen it for a long time.
It's been about 2 years.
By
Month-
recently,
month
mine
for
was
me.
probably about 6
A
months.
month.
I said before that I'd seen it recently, but mine had been about 6 months. That's
2 years for
recent.
me.
Fuck!
For me. I just haven't had a chance.
I at least watch it once a year.
We've missed Star Wars Day for 3 years.
Shit.
Well, this will be the third
No.
year, won't it?
2, we had it when we lived together.
Oh, yeah, this would be the
We
third.
watched all 6 in one day. Whereas
Christ.
last year we missed it. Well, I can't remember actually. What does? Oh no, yeah, I think I was filming something on the day. 'Cause
Yeah.
I remember being on set and
Yeah.
being like, "Fuck this! This isn't Star
Yeah,
Wars."
you're off filming. I think it might be the Limelight stuff. No,
No, I
that'd
wasn't.
be
there.
before that.
How are they stood there in the space?
It's airlocked, like magnetic.
And also, they've
magnetic
got
lock.
masks,
Let 'em off.
helmets.
Yeah,
I will let them off.
Do it.
Because that's something that really confused me when I was a child and now.
With stuff like that and the science and stuff, that's not what Star Wars is about.
No, no, that's
like
not what
like
it's
I say,
about.
it's a fantasy film.
But it did
It's
confuse
a fantasy
me.
film with Western elements,
Yeah, there is a big Western thing.
with a bit of a World War II atmosphere. It's
That's right.
multi-genre.
That's
What
why
isn't
it's so
anyway?
fucking brilliant.
It just is a brilliant film.
All 6. Some are better than others, but all 6
Yeah.
are great films.
Yes.
I'd take the worst Star Wars film over some of the best of other films.
Yeah. They added more stormtroopers into this bit. Is this what
I think
later on when Han
Yeah,
Oh,
when he
yeah,
goes
the
into
Han.
that
run
room.
does his sort of running? Indiana Jones does the same thing in one of the Indiana Jones
Oh,
movies.
does he?
This is why I think that he's a distant relative of Han Solo.
Well, maybe it's just Han Solo in a different universe.
Ah, alternate universe.
Comic books or something like that.
I love how imposing Darth Vader is,
Yeah.
especially against the white of the Stormtrooper.
A
He becomes
prison-
like a shadow that moves across him.
Since
Whoa, that was deep, man.
Sorry. That's one of the Stormtrooper suits without a neck, that one.
But he's a definite leader. I think that's what kind of sets him apart. Like you said, the stormtroopers are all white, and you've got Darth Vader in
Yeah.
this really opposing black.
Like, against that backdrop of white, he is a silhouette.
You know,
It's
he
completely
stands out.
Yeah.
So you
Not
know
trying to
for a
hide.
fact. Yeah.
Who's the more fool, a fool or a fool who follows him? Great advice.
hmm
My dad said that to me once. It's the only thing my dad's ever said to me that I've been like, my dad called it Star Wars in a good way. 'Cause I had a dickhead friend who used to just yell abuse at people and get us beat the shit up.
Good friend.
Oh, he's a dick.
Fair enough.
What do you think
like
that
it.
tool is? It's some kind of space hoover. Because it gets out and it's
Space
like a
hoover.
nozzle.
They look like the friendship cubes from
Yeah.
Thingy
Portal.
Portal.
All the portal cubes look like that. Let's not forget, this is before all this stuff.
fuck.
You tell him.
You tell me.
Although I wouldn't be surprised if they
Probably did.
do that because
Yeah.
of that.
Like a homage. Homage.
I refuse not to pronounce that H. Homage.
Something that Quentin Tarantino doesn't seem to understand.
Oh, he does it well sometimes. Yeah, but sometimes it just boils down to theft.
Like,
I tell you what, he
Bill.
does homage to
Yes.
genres better than he does homage to film. So when he does homage to film, he just seems
rips
to
it off.
rip off. But homage to a genre, he does really well.
what, like Django?
Like the start of Inglourious.
Awful movie, though.
Yeah, I hate that film.
Yeah.
3 hours of my life I'm never going to get back.
That intro is really good though.
Yeah, that's just amazing. It's got like it's like
Oh, yeah.
a
Don't get
Western.
me. That for it's like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
The opening scene,
is phenomenal.
incredible. Rest of the film, awful.
Yeah.
But then he brings it right back with Django because that's fucking brilliant.
What a great film! I've never enjoyed a Quentin Tarantino film, and I really enjoyed that one.
You didn't even enjoy, like, well, Pulp Fiction
I
is
didn't
like
like Pulp
the most
Fiction.
overrated film ever, and I will happily say
Reservoir?
that. I was going to say
Was
Reservoir
alright.
Dogs definitely peaked at his first movie.
It was all right.
Jackie
I really liked it.
Jackie Brown's pretty amazing.
I've
I tell you
still
what, I
not
haven't
seen
watched
Jackie
it
Brown.
either. I
No.
really should.
You
I
should.
make
It's great.
really sweeping judgments of Quentin Tarantino because I just do not enjoy a lot of his films.
Kill Bill Volume 1
doesn't help
is
with-
ace.
I hate Kill Bill.
I hate all Kill Bill.
Oh, Kill Bill Volume 1's ace. It's just a stupid martial arts film.
I don't like martial arts.
And well, fair enough.
Ronan
But
does.
it
I like him, but I
it
just don't like
works
that film.
perfectly, I think. The second one, yeah, I can understand why people hate it because
I
I
preferred
don't
the
really
second
like
one.
it. Really?
Is that? I hear that's more of a western though.
Nothing
Yeah,
happens.
and I just prefer.
For me, it was just
Uma
a
Thurman
huge-
and well, I mean, just saying Beatrix and Bill. I like that.
David
There's some
Carradine
lot
was
there,
ace.
Carradine, yeah,
That's
so
it.
just-
But
Did
it was
is he the guy who died wanking off?
yeah, basically
That's fucked up.
choking.
dressed as Batman, choking himself. He wasn't dressed as Batman,
Oh,
but he was
that
choking
would be
himself.
saying, 'cause I was like, that's amazing. Had a bit of a wedgie there. Needed to
Yeah.
sort it out.
This chair is. Oh, I don't
This
think I've got
chair's not
legs
great.
anymore.
I don't have a bum
No,
anymore.
they're there.
They're
They're there.
How tall is the guy who plays Chewie? Fucking
7'7".
massive. 7'2". That's
I
very
think that's how tall the
precise.
Chewy outfit is.
Well, then how small
I
is
tell you what,
everybody
I'm
else?
getting that off a Tazo. So I could be wrong. Let's face it. Do you remember those?
Yeah, Tazos were
Tazos, yeah.
ace, man.
Everyone's got a full
There's-
binder. Of
Yeah, the Star Wars Tazos, I have still got my full binder.
That's it.
of
The
one
idea
of them.
that they
I
would be
don't.
dead collectible.
And then they
everyone-
win.
But everyone's got one. Like,
I don't.
have you not? I've
No,
got
not
two.
anymore.
You got two?
I have
Yeah.
one. No, I'm joking. That was a
You
joke.
have my Tazo binder.
I was joking.
No, I still got that. I won't ever throw that away. I don't think. It's
No, me
the
neither.
first ever collectible thing that I've completed,
I think that
Was it?
and has been is still. I've
Fair
never.
enough.
Most collectible things I get started. I'm like, why
It
am
was
I doing
that
this?
generation.
Stop.
it was that generation that really killed collectible toys and stuff
Mm.
because everyone thought, oh well, this is going to be collectible in the future. I'll buy loads of it, and everyone does it now. So
Mm.
nothing becomes collectible. That's why limited editions are so prolific now.
They don't really. They're not anything.
Yeah, I'm not into collecting. Never have been.
I do.
You're a collector. Dan is. My brother.
Yeah.
Should
Well-
we're not discussing this.
I do like to collect things, but I wouldn't class myself as a collector. It's like if a Blu-ray comes out, I'd love to have the steel tin edition. I know it makes no difference. I'm
Oh.
paying £5 extra for a lovely case. and
Loads of people are like.
I hate steelbooks.
I don't like them.
why don't you like steel
I've
books?
moved
I feel
house
like they
enough
buckle.
that the added weight they have annoys me,
And they buckle.
I've moved a
Front.
few times, but it
and also
didn't really.
I don't like the way they
Yeah.
scratch easily as well.
I just think
and
they
I
look
don't
really
like-
pretty.
I like them to stay.
What do you
neat
think?
And they get scratched on the bottom,
What do you
especially when you
think?
take them in and out of the shelf.
Yeah.
That those buttons at the top. You see that was red, yellow.
Yes.
What does that do?
Don't know. I reckon one of those is something like really inconsequential.
I
like
think it's a bit
it
like
takes
that,
the rubbish out
You know,
or
that
something.
Simple Simon game where it plays a tune.
Boop.
It's just when the board in the office goes all around the room. Really complex.
Telling you if power's on.
Yeah, it's still on.
Those things, they used to really annoy me. I
Mouse
think
droids.
back to Dark Forces. I'm sure you could
Mouse droids, yeah, there used to be loads of them.
shoot them.
That's it.
Man, that game was so good.
Have you been back and played it?
No.
You can't tell what's a wall and what's a door.
Maybe
Star
I. Do
Wars.
you know what game I really loved? Star Wars themed Jedi Academy. The
I tell you what, I never played it.
oh, dude, it was so good.
all those first-person Star Wars games run into one with me.
Yes.
I've played
That one, it
Very
could have
much the
been.
problem with me.
You could play it in two ways. You could be first person, or
right,
you could be
check out these
third
guys.
person.
You could also have Mysteries
Only
of the
time you
Sith.
see those outfits.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't know what they are. I don't know whether they're Imperial Navy or what.
Maybe they're like janitors.
Janitor Corps. They've got medals and everything.
All the way on the way to
Maybe
clean
it's
the
just-
shit. There's another one there as well.
Yeah, you won't see those uniforms in any other Star Wars film.
Interesting. Maybe they are the Navy then.
You never know.
But then these would technically be the Navy because
Well,
space
TIE
ships.
pilots are different. Yeah,
No-
but this is a space station.
But we see people
Yeah, you
on
do, yeah, you're
but
right.
definitely
These-
Star Destroyers,
Yeah, and that
and that would be the Navy.
These would be the Navy, and
Well,
the
what are they? Maybe
stormtroopers
they're
are essentially the
ground
the-
troop generals.
No,
Look, we
'cause
see them.
Yeah,
you
you
see
see
them.
when they land in Empire.
Yep,
Yeah.
they're definitely janitors.
Space janitors. Maybe we should make a thing about
Maybe they're like at the
it.
like
Admin Corps.
they're like the SAS.
Oh, nice. But they were really old.
Yeah,
I love this bit
yeah.
with the.
What is this?
Oh, it's fine. Everything's
Thing.
working.
What does that count? Hello, Han Solo here.
He is. Listen to it. He's definitely like camp. It's brilliant.
How are you?
Hi. How are you? Boring conversation anyway. Guy. What a guy. Boom. Chewbacca.
Look
is
how he's loose.
brilliant.
Zap, zap.
See, they can't be stormtroopers. They're hitting their targets. Zing.
All of the stormtroopers on the station just went, oh.
This last guy gets shot. Oh, it was annoyed me how it doesn't actually hit him.
I also heard a pretty interesting.
Boom.
Oh, yeah.
And he
it's the
dies.
siren, isn't it?
I
Maybe it's
also-
shockwaves.
I also heard a very interesting fan theory. But I want to listen to this first. Sorry.
I can barely hear it anyway.
Yeah, but I really like this.
I'm
bit.
going completely on memory and I
It's
don't
like
need
my
to hear
it's
it.
like my favorite part of the
Yeah.
movie, so I kind of want to watch it.
How are you? That's the best.
It's so good.
Classic conversation. That's the classic thing of talking too long to a boss.
Yeah.
You will say something stupid. Keep it short.
Right, what was I saying? Oh, there's an interesting fan theory about the because when the new trilogy came out and they were all clones, and some smart ass was just like, well, the stormtroopers aren't all the same size, and they all come in different sort of body sizes.
Yeah.
And apparently the rumor was when they started to run out of clones, they started to hire people.
Well, yeah, they do. When the 501st start running down, because all clones are built with a biological timer, so
Yeah.
they die eventually.
Because they're twice as fast as well.
Yeah.
Like they age twice as fast.
Yeah.
Oh, do they?
And then
That was the whole idea of Attack of the Clones was
And
they
then, yeah.
age them twice as fast so they have an army in half the time.
yeah, and then they start
Oh, right.
they start filling the ranks after that.
I just thought it was quite an interesting fan theory.
Maybe that's why half the stormtroopers now can't hit shit because they're
Because
just
they're not.
shitly trained.
Yeah.
They're not
Not
the wonder
clones
powerhouse
that
that they
hit.
were.
Because the 501st are the specialist forces. They
Yeah.
were.
They're so cool. It's such a
Vader's
good name.
fist.
Yes, that's what they are.
Nice. It's such a cool name.
There's a fist entering an anus. Sound.
The 501st. That just sounds cool.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's like they just looked at a load of numbers and went 501 is cool if I say 501st.
It does sound cool.
69.
Dinner for two.
Boom. Zap, zap, zap.
Where the
zap, zap,
fuck
zap.
did Chewie get that huge gun from?
The bowcaster. That's it.
No, not the
No,
bowcaster. That's not his
bowcaster.
bowcaster.
Oh, the long rifle. It comes on one
Yeah.
of the security guard.
Fair enough. They went down the suburb. I love their voices, but none of them are Australian. Oh yeah, well.
Close the
we've just
blast
discussed
doors. Open
He's
the blast
dead,
doors.
sir.
Open the
He's
blast
dead.
doors.
The first guy who bins it through that hole, then what a dick. He's like, I've got a hole in the wall. I've been shot. Stand behind it, you dick.
He bins it.
He does. It's like he doesn't even get shot. It's like his mate pushes him over and he's like, "Oh, Jeff, stop!"
I used to hate Leia in this bit.
Yeah, because she's all sassy.
Yeah.
Guys love
Captain
sass.
Sass.
I like Sass, but it was always the fact that she's given Han Solo shit while
He's trying to
trying to help, and
I
it's
love
just
the
like
way
just fucking.
You casually said, "I love sass."
I love
sass too.
If there's anything,
Although
if
she's
there's
too
any way you
sassy.
could describe me, and that's a sass man.
I'm a sass man. Although there's a difference between sass and being a dick, and I think I agree with Ronan. She's a bit of a dick.
She's a bit of a dick, yeah. She's got sass with Vader earlier because
That was
he's
pretty good sass.
he's a bad guy.
Is
So
he
give
deserving
him
of sass?
shit, it becomes sass.
Yeah.
Give someone who's helping you
Shit.
you're just being a shit.
You
Ain't
tell
you a
her,
bit
Ron.
small for a stormtrooper? Fuck off, Leia.
Oh, okay, well, fuck off. You can wait here then. I'm going to save another princess.
And something that really used to bug me, because obviously they can't land on metal, is that some of the metal's spongy. But that's just me being, like, really,
Finicky.
yeah.
Yeah, no,
That's
you've
literally
just
all that is.
you just ruined Star Wars for me.
Spongy metal.
Yeah, what are you doing?
I'm painting a Super Star Destroyer as we're watching Star Wars.
Now you're going to be quiet though.
Why-
I'm not.
painting it?
Trust me, I don't have to pay any attention
But
to
you're not
this detail.
watching Star Wars.
Why are you painting
I
it?
am watching Star Wars. I love Star Wars.
He's actually doing something Star Wars related whilst watching Star Wars.
Got to complete the whole thing, haven't I? Let's face it.
Why are you painting it?
Because whoever's made it, it's not very good shadow based. So I'm putting some shadow.
That's amazing.
Sake.
I love it.
Um,
Never stop.
this scene used to fucking terrify me. when
Yeah,
I
it
was a kid.
scared me.
It's because in my head that whole place stinks of shit.
Yeah. And then the fact that there's a huge tentacle
And he
monster.
puts his
makes
mouth
it
goes
worse.
underwater. It's more to do with the idea that he gets bin juice in his mouth.
Yeah, rubbish water.
Yeah, that stuff that falls out of cans when you push them over.
I actually wanted to throw up a little bit in my mouth.
Yeah,
Oh, that bit, yeah.
yeah. His mouth full of bin juice. He even coughs it up.
Oh, it's disgusting.
I don't know whether you've ever smelt bin juice.
Yeah, it stinks, mate. Yeah.
It's like the worst thing.
I've got a really sensitive, like, sort of gag
Anus.
reflexes for smells.
Yeah.
So,
Same,
like,
mate.
if I smell the wrong smell, I will be sick.
It's probably why we've got really bad allergies. No.
My friend farted outside and it made me throw up. Like, that is how...
Were you inside?
No, it was outside. We were out... Yeah, I was down the road. No. It was outside, so the air... It could have escaped into the air, but it didn't.
You're just waiting for
And
it.
I threw up. That was awful.
He's under the water a really unusually long time.
You know,
Yeah, but
he's
he's
dead.
a Jedi. He's dead.
He's not a Jedi.
He's dead.
Yet.
you did.
He's dead.
God, if this was a thing, we'd-
It's like, have you seen Les Miserables?
no.
Well, there's a bit in that where one of the characters he gets dragged through a sewer
Oh,
and he
yeah.
goes under the
Oh,
the
mate.
wee and poo water, and that makes me go.
I love the way you've just been swearing and then you just said wee and poo water. It's got wee and poo water in it.
It's a good film.
It's alright. They sing too
I
much.
really.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the point.
Yeah,
Yeah, I got
that's
fed
the
up.
biggest problem with me. Is like I like a musical, but I like it to have some dialogue.
Yeah, but
I kind of
sing the
stopped seeing it
dialogue.
as a musical. I thought of it more as a concept album with videos.
Yeah.
That's the way I saw it, and it worked for me. And I cried like a bitch.
Whoa, funny.
Also, with the time period, I think there's way more interesting things going on than their story.
Well, no, it's just the French Revolution.
Yeah, I know, but they don't focus on the revolution. It's more about
One part
a
of it
love
is.
story. Yeah, but it's not enough. Like that's a really interesting time period
Yeah.
to focus on a single. Mind you, I suppose the human relation is what they're going for.
There's more than just the one love story, though, isn't there? There's quite a lot.
There's a lot going
There's a
on.
lot of
There's the
characters.
whole.
I tell you what, I can't really. It's one of those things I can't really speak on because I haven't.
Fair
seen
enough.
enough of it.
I really like it.
It'd be me making a way harsh judgment if I didn't see it. See,
It looks pretty cool now.
a little bit when it's dry.
I realised that the people watching Star Wars and we're looking at this.
Yeah.
they won't realise.
God, imagine if computers did come out like that. Like
Well,
that's what we went. That's what we got to.
Flashy
How
bulbs
many lights have you
everywhere.
got on your PC?
It's really bugging
7.
me. One of my arms is browner than the other.
You're thinking this during Star Wars.
Yeah, it's really annoying.
Is
I
it
just
the
looked.
right one? Is that because
Yeah, it's my driver's arm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just to also a little known fact about myself. I am a van driver, and one of my arms is browner than the other, and it really bugs me.
You're uneven.
Well, we
It's
start-
so
got-
annoying, and I
we're
can't. It's not,
starting a Kickstarter for charities.
it's not like I can stick my arm out the other window because
No.
it's like
Yeah,
well
but-
far away.
Yeah.
So
You could set up some complex mirror system.
mirrors, UVs don't travel through.
Do they not?
Oh wait, they might do through a mirror, but they don't. Well, no, they don't, do they?
I'm not sure.
I know they don't through glass.
Well, they do to a point, don't they? That's why you have to have special sunglasses.
Or special normal glasses.
Boom! Why
Uh,
they?
The ones that.
Oh shit! Yeah, because yeah.
See, C-3PO is a good guy, man. All he ever wants to do is save people, and he gets really gutted when he thinks they're dead. I always used to think really bad for him, and just like, hang on, man, hang on.
I don't know.
They're dying,
he
aren't you?
means well.
You mean,
But
well, but I hate it.
he just annoys me. But it's as we said before. I think it is the way that he's supposed to annoy me.
Being all like uptight.
Yeah.
Bitchy.
Maybe it's because
Ooh,
I don't like those kind of people.
R2. Ooh, it's all your fault, R2. No. That type of thing.
I know you can't see this, people, but that was the best C-3PO head impression.
Oh shit! Just
you'll ever
backed
see.
in. Just headbutted the microphone again.
I am C-3PO, human cyborg relations.
No.
Over 6 million forms of communication.
That's true. He is.
What's that pipe doing there? That vent thing.
It's to fart in people's face when you get the password wrong. If you get the password wrong, it just releases a fart in your face. Oh.
No, the password was not Optimus Nipple.
It was 1138, like everything in Star Wars.
There's a Club Obi-Wan in the second Indiana Jones.
Is there?
You know
What,
when
in,
Short
Shanghai?
Round picks him up? Yeah. Short Round is like, haha, where to, Daddy Jones? And then like they go off. And yeah, you go past it, it's called Club Obi-Wan.
It was a good impression.
Thanks.
I liked it.
It was way racist.
It's not racist. That's
He
exactly
did the eyes
how-
and everything.
I did not do the eyes. Oh. Now I sound like a racist.
Do you think they told him what to do in this scene, or they were just like, just fill with some
just
buttons?
do stuff.
He was in the Clone Wars. He probably knows all this shit. He's an ex-general.
And a Jedi.
Was that backstory even invented then?
No.
I mean,
Except
he was
for the
in
Clone Wars.
The
They
Clone
mentioned the
Wars,
Clone
were,
Wars.
and he was in it, but no.
Because obviously they
Back
referenced
then
the
he was
Clone
just
Wars.
a Jedi Knight.
So was he not even like? Was the backstory of him being on the Jedi Council?
Well,
even?
I don't fully think the idea of the Clone Wars was formed at this point. I heard that he'd written the prequels before these,
I'd heard
but
that.
he couldn't afford them. But I don't think he would have had the idea of the clone army and stuff back then.
No.
I think he. It seems like he chose clone because it's sci-fi.
Yeah. Who? Oh, what was I going to say? So who kind of came up with the Jedi ethos? Was that sort of like a fan thing that just was taken
Lucas.
seriously, or did
No,
Lucas
Lucas
actually
came
come
up with a
it?
heavy. It's a lot of it's Buddhism.
Yes.
A lot of
He's a
it.
Buddhist.
Yeah.
There's loads of
Is
it
he?
based on
Oh,
Buddhism.
right. That I didn't know.
He is a Buddhist.
But then there's not so much a warrior aspect to Buddhism, is there?
No. Which is probably why the Jedi's lose.
Spoiler
There's
alert.
There's not really for the Jedi though. They do it to defend themselves.
Yes,
They
yeah,
d-
that's a good point. They never do to attack.
they don't attack. And that's why I think what's so interesting about the Clone Wars is because they're being forced to govern an army.
Yeah, that is a very interesting. If you give a
Pacifist.
monk, I
Probably
suppose they are in a way.
Yeah. Pacifist.
They don't want to fight. They just have to.
Mm.
When they
Justice.
I love this bit. Why are they all running away from him though? That's what confuses me.
Because they're like, oh, we'll
Have
give
you
a
seen the
scare.
GIF where someone animated a chariot around him and the stormtroopers are pulling it? And he's going, oh, it looks that funny.
No, but that sounds incredible.
Yeah.
Where's your pistol?
Yeah, it is. He's taking shots with a stormtrooper blaster.
Whoops.
Whoop. Looks like we took a wrong
Should have
turn.
fell. Sorry, no. I do actually kind of like
That
Luke
would have
Skywalker.
completely changed
Everything. Have you read the?
There isn't another Skywalker.
Have you read the Star Wars Infinite? I think it was called.
I haven't.
I've read the first one.
I've only seen.
Is it a
I've only read
comic
the first.
book?
It's
Yeah,
an
they did
alternate
3 comic
reality.
books.
So the idea with the first one is, what if Luke misses that final shot
And the Death Star
on the Death Star?
blows up Yavin 4.
Yeah. And like some people manage to get off, and then the idea is, I think Luke
Leia joins him.
Luke dies, and then Leia. Oh no, though. I think the idea in
Luke doesn't
oh, no,
die. I don't
that's-
think
that's the
Leia
Empire
joins
Strikes
him.
Back one. The Empire Strikes Back one is if Luke gets killed by
Vader.
the Wampa.
Oh.
So Leia goes to Dagobah, and she becomes the Jedi.
But she
She does
Turns
become
to
a
the
Jedi
dark
in the
side,
expanded
though. Dark
universe,
side, yeah.
doesn't
she does in the expanded universe.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
She's a very boring character in the expanded universe. I think they wrote her wrong a lot of the times.
I don't really like her anyway.
I don't know.
It's not that I don't like her.
She's full of sass. You
She
love
is sass.
She's
I do love sass.
She is what I would call a sass bag.
She is a sassy lady. That's your brother.
It was a kiss on the cheek.
Yeah, true. Yeah, but Luke's like got
It's
a
not
hard
like
on
she was
over it
holding
now.
his crotch.
But Luke was.
Luke was.
Luke was holding his own crotch. But it's like, what's really creepy is in Empire at the beginning when he gets kissed by her, and it's a really passionate kiss, and he just kind of puts his arm behind his head and is like, suck on that one, Solo.
I like to think at that point they have no idea. Like
Zero.
They
it's just a
don't.
girl.
Somehow I've always known.
Yeah.
Wait a
I was
minute.
going to bring that up, but that came up straight after. I was thinking, but then when she says that, it's like, oh god.
But then you kissed
Really?
your brother.
You made that active choice.
She did it. She leant into him. Well, she kissed
She
him.
grabbed him. Her hands were on
She was
his
just trying to
face.
prove a point, though. She fancies
A
a
brother.
scruffy-looking nerf herder,
She does.
and she was just trying to make him jealous.
Who's scruffy looking? I love that bit.
I know.
I know.
That is the coolest thing anyone has ever said to I love you.
I know. You can get like what I really wanted from a wedding ring, where you can get inside inscriptions,
Oh,
and
really?
I wanted Jen's to say "I love you" and mine to say "I know," but she wouldn't do it.
She wouldn't do it.
Really
Or even
good.
on the inside.
That's what it was. It was what
Yeah.
it was on the inside, and she just won't do it.
Women are the worst.
So gutted because I thought, yes,
We can
a
just gay
really
up if you want.
cool. Yeah, let's do it.
We'll just gay up.
Yeah, a
We'll
really
just
cool
transfer
Star
all your
Wars
wedding
reference.
plans onto us. I'll just take the place.
Yeah.
I'll wear the dress.
That's absolutely fine.
I don't care. Get me the I love you and I know wedding rings. They'll both just say I know.
Mine.
I know.
Yeah, it really sucks. Although I really want to get, and trying to find it for not ridiculously expensive is really hard, but I really want the One Ring.
Is your wedding
ring? Yeah.
Would it glow in fire?
No.
Would
Not
that be
a nerd.
your? Would that be your vows? One ring to rule them all.
Oh man, if you actually saved that for the wedding day, she would
Don't-
kill you.
Yeah, I know.
One ring. What was it? One ring to bring them
One
all.
ring
in
to
the
rule them all,
darkness,
one
find
ring to-
them.
One ring
Find
to
them.
rule them all, one ring to find them,
One ring to bring them all,
and in the darkness find them.
I love you. I do.
I know. Completely nerd out.
Yeah.
Although I do get the choice of my table names are Game of Thrones houses.
Oh really?
Yeah, I was allowed that, but nothing else is any of my ideas. I think it was a pity give.
I see it as it's their day anyway. I'm not asked.
It is. It's
Just let them do
See,
it.
I've said this, and I've said this to her, and she's just like,
You gotta be involved.
Yeah.
I know that.
"Well, no, it's not. No, not so much that, because obviously I do want to be involved." But she gets really guilty that I keep saying like, "No, it's mainly for the bride."
Yeah, because
Yeah.
That's what it is.
as long as it's not too expensive, the guys don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
It's always going to be too expensive. So
Well, there's always parents.
yeah.
That's why they're there. Oh.
This I don't get either.
Because it goes through the lightsaber itself.
No, not even that.
But
It's
now
more
that.
but now that. No, because he disappears. I've never understood that, because
Oh.
anybody who dies doesn't disappear. And I know the whole point was he was meant to go into the Force, but
Well, Yoda disappears as well.
yeah, Yoda disappears. Yoda disappears.
The idea is that
Qui-Gon
you can-
Jinn went in death because he dies and he doesn't disappear.
No, he
The
doesn't
idea is-
disappear.
But the idea is that he in death then found out how to do it, and he then
Because Qui-Gon Jinn's
communicated-
character is more
badass.
of the spiritual side of the Force than the fighting side of the Force. That's why he shoots with a lightsaber. Is the idea behind it.
So good.
He's good.
He's not as good as.
Fuck you. Yeah.
I said he was good.
Oh right, if he said is he? I was like, sorry.
Is he?
bad.
Fuck you!
Sorry.
I was like, "Whoa, you came hard."
I came with you.
Ronan, I
softly, and
apologise.
hard.
Ronan, I apologise. I thought you said is he? But
And he
then
is.
he is.
Yeah, no, I've always been.
But yeah, he was stronger with the spiritual side. In fact, it's a Clone Wars storyline. You should
Oh,
really watch
really?
it. Yeah.
You should watch Clone Wars.
I will watch Clone Wars.
You've been
Please.
told in this manner. You should watch Clone Wars.
The reason why I stopped watching was because American Netflix stopped working.
Yeah.
Proxies.
If it was socially acceptable, I would wear the Han Solo costume
Yeah.
everywhere.
I can see that.
It's really cool.
Don't let society tell you what to do. What if you're right and they're all wrong?
Nice. I like where you're coming from with this.
Fargo.
I love Han Solo. I think I've got like a chubby for Han Solo.
I used to think. You see where their steering column is?
Yes.
I used to think it was directly connected to the gun, and there was just a hole in the ship.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was like, "What's going on?"
But how's the? But the space is getting in.
I know.
Don't let the space in!
Personal jokes.
Yeah. I love TIE fighters.
Don't like TIE fighters. Don't know why.
Maximum maneuverability.
I think.
Design.
Oh, is it?
Solar panels on the wings, ion engines on the back, and dead thin profiles.
But I think the reason why I don't like them is because I'm not supposed to like them.
No, because
They're the bad guys. Yeah.
the bad guys.
And I think.
Well, that sound, man.
Yeah, it's cool. But I think, like, I don't know. Star Wars, like, I think I said this to you before we started recording. It's just like Star Wars is the only thing where I don't really like the bad guys.
Yeah.
I've kept that childish need to want to make
See
the good
the
guys
Rebel
win.
Alliance.
Yeah. Plus, I think it's because they're rebels. They're like anarchists.
Yeah.
So I'm all for that.
Yeah, I love.
I love seeing the underdog win.
I'm always on the Rebel Alliance side.
Yeah.
Like
I love to see the
Star
underdogs
Destroyers
win.
are cool as fuck.
Yeah.
Give me the Rebel Alliance.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Anytime.
Kagi kagi.
Does any
Get
part of you ever
PC.
want Sauron to win?
In Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
I like the orcs.
Alright, but I would
I'm
never
not
want them to
They're
win.
really cool though. They
Yeah, but like.
they're rabid. They're like I think
Like me!
no. It's like if you look at here we go. If you look at Return of the King, when like the whole orc army comes, when they get into Minas Tirith, and there's one particular shot where you see an orc fighting, and he just kind of stops using his weapon, punches, and then just bites a guy in the neck, and you're just like, that's fucking cool.
But like.
Um,
That's what I want.
no, but like you compare that to then.
I
like,
always
the
think
men.
of the world after the orcs won, how boring it'd be.
Oh yeah,
Everything
it'd be crap.
dark. And
I don't
grim.
really want them to win. I just find them cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I just think they're really bad.
Have you seen the extended versions of Lord of the Rings?
Yeah,
God, the
I
Mouth
won't
of Sauron
watch.
freaks me out.
Oh,
I
the
won't
mouth,
watch the theatrical anymore.
Yeah, no. Once you go extended, you don't
never
go.
back.
Have you got it on
theatrical.
Blu-ray?
No, because
What are you doing with your life?
I love that, yeah, called Blu-ray.
living it in
Blu-ray.
poverty.
No, it looks really good.
Yeah, no, I want to. I want to get it. Totally.
No, it's totally worth it. You can pick it up fairly cheap now. You can get it for like 30 quid.
I haven't got 30 quid.
No, me neither.
But that's fairly cheap.
It is correct.
Um,
Accurate. I'm gonna wait until they release all the Hobbit extended editions and Lord of the
Like a
Rings
big
extended
box set.
editions.
A
It's
huge box set.
Come on,
See,
come
what
on.
really annoyed me about the Hobbit thing is because he said he wouldn't make a special edition of like the extended edition of the Hobbit. What does he do? Extended edition of the Hobbit.
What is
But I
that?
don't care. 'Cause
I don't know
fucking
what's
love
in it because, to be honest, I find the idea of that being even longer a little bit hard to
Really?
comprehend.
Yeah.
I really like the Hobbit.
Because I like the Hobbit, but that they added a lot already, and the idea that they added so much more that
It needs to be
it
extended.
there's stuff still left on the cutting room
Yeah.
floor.
Oh, I
Yeah.
really liked it.
I did. But
I
don't
tell you
make
what,
it out loud. I don't like it. I like it,
I did
man.
have some problem with the second one and the length. Like the Gandalf bits, I would
The original pacing was
fall into sleep and something.
pretty. No,
It was great. Don't get me wrong, but like I faded out from a bit of it. But
yeah, but that happens. You just don't see it.
Yeah.
You know, like that's what happens when Gandalf goes, "I'm bored of dwarves," and he just wanders off, and
Does
then
he
he
say
comes
that?
back. I'm sure I'm sure he does at one point.
I think he says something like that. But the idea that someone just goes, "I'm bored of dwarves," throws the hissy fit.
Gandalf's ace in the book, though. He's a right prick.
I've never read the book.
I read most of it. And
That's a new shot, is it not?
Yeah. Well, they've improved all the planets.
That looks amazing.
yeah, looks good.
I always like this guy in the tower.
What's he doing?
Speeding
Checking
fines,
the speed.
mate.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep. Well.
you're under arrest.
One thing that makes Gandalf right, because in the book, like in the films, right, you see Gandalf and he's like, "Oh, he's dead nice. He's helpful." In the book, Bomber, you know the fat one.
Yeah.
He actually said, like, there's when they go into Beorn's house, it's very different.
Yeah.
In the book, they actually kind of knock on. They're not chased in by him.
Yeah.
And they have to go in 2 by 2, so it's not like imposing because there's 13 of them. And he says to Bomber, "You have to go on your own because you're too fat and you count for 2." That's what Gandalf says to him. It's like, Gandalf, you prick. And then he constantly leaves and comes back and
I really hate that.
that.
Yeah, because the Death Star's super laser is in the
It's in
trench,
top. Yeah.
and I really think that's something you would have known about before you made the little graphic. You pricks.
And it was center as well.
Yeah.
Silly. Silly Billies.
What a fucking graphics guy.
It's really misty. It's like Silent Hill.
That was a new shot. They never cut to outside before cutting to this.
No, that was in there.
I'm sure that
They-
was on my DVD
I'm
version.
sure that's in
You
there.
reckon?
I
Yeah.
think so.
Mm,
I could be
call
wrong.
bullshit.
I did
Could be wrong.
go on a website called Movie Censorship that lists every single
Oh, really?
tiny change. I went for the whole thing
Nice.
of all 3 films every single time, and that's not on there. So
Nice. Just so
General
happens to
Dodonna.
be that one small
I had
thing.
3 General Dodonnas as well.
Action figures.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I tell you what, if
Why?
anyone, because like my dad used to buy them from charity shops, just used to bring
right,
buckets
okay.
of them home. But I tell you what, if anyone digs up 135 Gainsborough Road, Gloucester's Garden, it's a Star Wars figure burial ground. Like there's some crazy things under there. What's the name of that guy? He's got like he looks like he's got grass for hair. I can't remember his name. Oh no, he's got like a too perfect beard. He's in Return of the Jedi.
oh,
Give him the plans at the
Nadine,
end. Yeah,
General Nadine.
Crix Madine.
Yeah.
I think that might be. Yeah, that's him.
Yeah.
I had like 8 of him, man. But like, he's all around the garden, man. Just buried in certain torture poses and stuff.
I remember being really sad because there was a time when I didn't
Wow.
kind of dislike Luke Skywalker, and my favorite figure was Luke Skywalker
Black Return of the Jedi.
dressed in his rebel fighter
Oh,
gear.
really? Yeah.
Yeah, it was my favorite one. Had the helmet and everything, and it was from.
Did he have
Empire.
the lightsaber in his hand on that one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it did. Well, you can take it out.
Yeah.
But it was from Empire when the Battle of Hoth, and.
Oh, you're talking
that's-
about the Kenner releases, the 90s ones, where they were dead.
Well,
muscly.
that was when I was a kid, though.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had that figure, and it was my favorite Luke one. And my auntie's dog at the time chewed it up, and I was devastated.
I know,
Like,
word for a lie, still have it.
completely devastated. But then, very nice of my auntie, she went and bought me another one.
Aww.
True story.
She should have let you chew the dog.
Ultimate payback.
I love Y-Wings. I
They
don't
do
know
look
what it is
pretty
about
cool.
them. They look like they can't fly, and I think that's why I
I
like
don't
them.
really like them. Just to
So
point it out
there.
No, I don't know. It's because there was one of the flying games, and it was really slow because it's a
Yeah,
bomber.
that's the idea.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
it's like a
Rogue
tank,
Squadron.
isn't it? It's got like ion cannons as well.
Rogue Squadron.
Yeah.
It's got
But
ion
because
cannons,
it's a bomber, it was really slow, and I was
but
just
they
like,
were really tough though. Like, they could take
Yeah.
a pounding.
wait, no, it was the one for the N64.
Yeah, Rogue Squadron and Rebel
Oh,
Strike.
right, yeah.
They were ace.
They were good.
Me and Dan used to do the
X-Wing.
co-op
All
death-
the way.
All the way.
co-op trench run. I
And
tell you
then-
what was shit, A-Wings. They were too fast and they were too light armoured.
Yeah, you
The
just end up
Naboo
crashing into the
Starfighter.
bloody
All
ground
the
or something.
way.
Ugh.
I said the Naboo Starfighter.
I don't even like the design for that in this.
I think alright.
I don't like the silver bit.
It looks too new,
Yeah.
Pew.
considering it's supposed to be in the past.
B
I think the idea is though.
B
it looks.
wing.
Yes,
B
man.
wing.
Which one's the
Designed
B-wing?
by Admiral Akbar.
Really?
Yeah, they are Admiral Akbar's personally designed attack fighters.
Which one's the B-wing?
Like
They're like a cross when they open up. They're like flat. With
like
the cockpit
a
on
crucifix
one
on
side,
its side.
Yeah,
and then when they open up, they go like that, and the wings come out.
yeah. I know what it is now.
Absolutely phenomenal looking things.
Oh, that's the guy. So that's the guy
Biggs.
who was gonna.
Yeah, that's his.
They were gonna join up,
friend.
but then go to the Rebel Alliance.
He
Yeah.
looks like Hightower from not Hightower.
But I know which one you
Hightower
mean.
from Police Academy.
But
No,
white.
Hightower's the black guy.
Is it?
I know
Who's
which
the-
one you
who's-
mean. The
yeah,
thick
the
one.
guy with the gun. Yeah, the guy
Yeah.
with his guns.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Old leader.
Yeah, he does.
I always think that when I look
I thought you meant Biggs. I was like, what? I mean, I can see the mustache. Hightower has a mustache.
at him. No, what is the name
But he's
of
also
that,
like
that
I
guy?
7
don't
foot
know that
and
guy,
black.
but I know who you mean.
Yeah.
It's like an Irish name, is it not? Like O'Malley or something. Maybe.
Probably O'Reilly.
Oh, that's gonna piss me
It's
off.
gonna really annoy me. Yeah, I only watched
Imdb, man.
Police Academy about a couple of months
Yeah,
ago.
you've got a computer near you.
Imdb.
So I have to always be searching.
If my phone was working, I'd have done it on my phone.
Oh, I love this whole setup to this scene.
Just love the film.
You know, they only had one X-wing made up. The rest are like cardboard cutouts, aren't
Really?
they? Yeah, they just shot it from loads of different angles.
Oh, that's pretty good. Didn't know that.
Oh, it's
Camera magic.
Tackleberry.
Tackleberry.
That's who Gold Leader looks like without his helmet on.
Red leader standing by. Gold leader standing by.
Actually, is he Red Leader or Gold Leader? He's Red Leader.
Gold leaders in a Y wing.
Yeah,
You laughing at?
Nothing.
just thinks
I just love the fact that you know it that well.
Yeah.
I miss my toy.
I don't.
Mine even had the landing legs and everything. It was fucking brilliant. And then when you press the button and the wings opened, it made a noise like, because obviously that's the attack mode. And it went. And I
Yeah,
was like, yeah,
still got it.
was so good.
What's Wedge's call sign? Is he Red 11 or Red 6?
Oh God, I can't remember.
Red 2. He's Red 2.
We'll find out.
Red 2.
See, that
Luke's
looks
Red
pretty
5.
good.
Yeah.
Biggs is Red 6. Looks ace.
See what? It's like the one thing I like about the.
Red 3.
Oh,
Yeah.
I do.
Red
You're
2.
right about that.
one thing that I really
Red
like
5
about
then.
the
Hawkins. Hawkins.
Poor.
I got a problem there.
the what am I
Got
saying?
cheese sauce on my console.
The
I feel bad, but he's dead in real life. You know?
Oh.
Is he?
Yeah.
That makes me feel pretty bad.
Yeah, I feel
that
pretty
we're laughing
awful.
at him.
But anyway, yeah, carry on.
About episode 3 is that the clone fighters look like an early design for the
Yeah.
X-wing.
Yeah.
It's the bombers that start looking like that.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
I really like that.
Incom is the company in Star Wars that designs X-wings, and they design them. And TIE fighters are made by someone else. I think.
Dude, you know your stuff.
To a point, I'm finding myself coming up with a few blanks that I would normally know.
Remember when they were going to release all the Star Wars films in 3D?
Yes,
and
they're
they
not
only
gonna
got
do
as
it
far as
anymore.
episode
I was
1.
gonna say, didn't they just do episode 1
Yeah.
and that's it?
It was enjoyable though.
I never saw it. I wanted to,
Well,
and I
we
just never
saw
got
it.
around to
Yeah.
it.
I've even got the special
glasses.
3D glasses that look
Nice.
like Anakin Skywalker's pod racer glasses.
That's brilliant.
And they're still in the bag. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm not going to open them ever.
That's brilliant.
And I think we know when collector's items get massively collected, they'll be rare
Really.
because I don't think many people went to see it.
But it was great.
Yeah.
But I think they must have finished episode 2.
I feel like they were ready to show them.
They must have been.
It's gutted me out.
Otherwise they wouldn't have done it.
I completely forgot.
Because I think that was one of the first things that Disney cancelled. Because they kept putting back the release. And then
See,
I
no,
think when
that's a
Disney
shame.
came in, they cancelled it.
Yeah.
It's a shame because it gives people like me an opportunity to see the original trilogy that I never saw them in cinema.
Did you know?
Obviously, no, I wouldn't have had the
I
opportunity.
saw each one 3 times.
Wow.
Because I'm a nerd.
Well, I wouldn't have had the opportunity. Well, I don't think I had the opportunity.
What about the special edition?
Hawkins is such a fool. I need to go down that early.
Idiot. Is he called Porkins?
Yeah,
The
that's...
fat guy's called
Yeah,
Porkins.
I know, it's so
That's
ironic.
really bad. Poor guy, man.
It's like you walk through the room and they said, you'll be auditioning for the part of Porkins. And if you try doing anything else, we'll chuck you out.
But I was applying for Luke Skywalker.
You're hired as Porkins. He looks like Steven Gerrard.
Steven Gerrard.
Stevie G. Steven.
Tackleberry.
His helmet's badass.
That guy takes...
He's dead,
just
though.
looking around all the time. That's his problem.
Mm-hmm.
Stop looking!
Stop flying.
So
I love these
surely,
scenes, man.
the X-wing would get battered by the TIE fighter.
Not really, because X-Wings have shields, you see.
TIE fighters
TIE
don't.
fighters don't have any shielding.
Oh, okay.
And
Because they're mass-produced, and you
Well,
want to knock
the
out as
idea
many
of
as
it-
quickly
that's
as
it.
possible.
the
So, like,
the Empire looks at their TIE fighter pilots like completely expendable.
which they are,
Yeah, but they've got so many craft.
but because the rebels
Are on a
need
budget.
every single
Yeah.
one. Yeah. All right. Okay. Interesting. Fuck's sake, Luke.
I can't shake him. Wedge bails him out, doesn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Wedge is a lad.
Am I?
Wedge is
Luke?
actually, the actor is Ewan McGregor's uncle.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. I've said that probably so many times.
I think we drifted off too far from Star Wars halfway through. That's the
Oh
problem.
well.
Still, I enjoy just having Star Wars on. I think.
Yep.
This is gold leader. Starting our attack run. There are Y-wings. Told you.
Yeah.
Told you,
We did.
bitch.
You did.
Here
Darth
comes
Vader's
Darth Vader.
TIE Fighter's really cool. I bet that one's got shields.
TIE Advanced.
It's cool. I like
You
it.
can get it in X-Wing.
Have you seen
And
there's,
cut.
there's
See
the
that?
bomber version as well?
See the cut there?
Yeah. It jumps, doesn't it?
Yeah. Where they go from matte to model. See, they use the flash.
Still looks ace.
Does look ace.
I love that whole
Did you
where
play-
it kind of swoops down and then has to move a bit to the side. It feels janky as it goes in. You kind of get the shift with your head.
It's kind of fine.
Yeah.
You don't mind it.
That's it. Well, it adds to the idea that they're doing something that's dangerous.
Yeah. This just reminds me of that game that we were speaking about before, because the same auntie whose dog chewed up my Luke Skywalker.
Is she in Star
She
Wars?
what?
Is she in Star Wars?
But she used to have a Nintendo 64, and I always used to go around and play it because I didn't have one. I had a PlayStation, and she had the Star Wars game, and I always used to play the same level, which was this.
Yeah.
Just
On a
being on the
side
Death
note,
Star.
That looks like my mate's dad really badly, and we used to
Really?
rib him. His dad died in the Death Star.
That's really funny.
The
To be
dad
fair, that
I
actually
think
died.
that's the guy. There's one of the guys who goes down and it just looks a spitting image of his dad, and we just used to be like, "Your dad died in the Death Star," and he used to get really upset about it because basically we were telling him his dad died, but
Yeah, but it didn't happen.
yeah, exactly.
So I don't like it. I don't understand why
Take
people...
that.
Man, that guy was really
Sideburns.
angry. Oh, shit!
What?
Sorry, I just realised.
I
Scared
left
A
to
the-
Sideburns.
TV program that I watch called The Smoking Room. I'm fairly certain I read that one of the characters that's in that is in Star Wars, and I think that might be him.
Oh, really?
Well, the guy who plays Mr. Pycelle is one of the Imperial.
He's also in Indiana Jones.
Is he?
So, yeah,
He's
yeah.
one of the Imperial.
He's the main bad guy from Temple of Doom. No,
Is he Admiral Piet,
not Temple of Doom.
the guy who plays Pycelle?
He was on the big table before,
Was he?
I think.
I don't think he's in
Think.
this one. I think he's in Empire.
I might be getting them mixed up then. I know he's now you've pointed him out that he's in it.
Mm.
I remember seeing him, but I don't remember where. But he's the main bad guy in the Last Crusade. Fucking Pycelle. I hate Pycelle. Doddery old git.
That deleted scene
Sorry.
from
It's
season 3
ace.
is really good,
Which one?
where he kind of revealed the Tywin kind of calls him out on being.
Oh yeah, that's Ace
Yeah, should have been in.
on the beach.
Yeah.
That was really good.
Should have been in.
But it's only hinted at in the books, though.
Yeah.
They kind of made it really obvious in the TV show. Well, with that scene in the first series. where he's
Well,
got
no,
the hooker.
there is a scene in the book where it's really obvious that he's sprightly.
But I think it adds to the character
Yeah,
because then people leave him alone.
That's it.
He's playing the game.
Negative.
It's away.
Don't go in.
You guys are
Just
shit.
impacted on the surface.
Yeah.
Those guys are no Luke Skywalker. Do you see that guy's mustache in the background? Look at that.
Yeah, it's pretty,
Background stash.
pretty epic.
That is so cool.
It came from behind.
I mean, I don't know if this is just because we're all quite big fanboys, but you look at this and you kind of forget that this was 1976.
I am totally like that. I don't know whether it is, like you say, because I've been watching it for years, but it does not age for me.
Because
It's the hairstyles, like you say, the hairstyles.
the hairstyles are
age.
the only thing. The hairstyles and the way that the computer systems look is the only thing that sets it apart.
I feel like that's the world that it's in. That's
Yeah,
how
yeah.
their technology evolved.
It's a good way of thinking about it. But it's
They still retain most of that stuff, even in the older.
Yeah.
of the
oh yeah,
newer
sure. I just
ones.
seen what you
That
meant,
Flash,
man. Yeah,
right,
the
is
Flash.
it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Flash
Oh, that's
and
really
Flash.
Turns
cool.
from the mat to the model.
Oh, that's ace. But I think it's more like the set design and the costumes.
The setting for Star Wars is just phenomenal.
I mean, look at that costume, right? The
Okay.
detail
Yeah.
is just incredible.
Yeah.
You don't get that with other sort of sci-fi films of the time.
Well,
As
the
we
one we
saw
watched
before.
earlier today,
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
it's like just a bunch of
God.
like
Year after
A
sweatpants.
this.
year after this,
Yeah.
and I mean,
No, it was 1972. That one, wasn't it?
oh, was it?
It was one of the
Oh,
others.
the
Oh,
other
right.
one that we were going to watch was the year after. But yeah, no, you look at that and then you think, and then you look at what sci-fi could be and was afterwards.
What film am I always doing? Oh yeah, Clash of the Titans is 1983. No, 1981 maybe.
Is it? I
It's
thought it was
post
the 70s.
Star Wars.
Harryhausen one.
Check it out.
I thought it was the 70s.
I thought it was,
With the robotic owl.
Yeah.
Looks rubbish compared to this.
81. You're right.
Yeah. That is post Star Wars. It's insane.
It's insane.
I mean, granted, this has been digitally restored and all
Yeah,
that sort
yeah,
of
of
stuff.
course.
You know,
Would it have held up?
we've got to take that into consideration. But I mean, even when I used to watch the old VHSs, but yet again, I don't know if I'm seeing that in
Rose
glazed
tinted.
eye, yeah, rose tinted glasses, because I fucking love Star Wars. But you look at that though, the set designs and just the costume. Look at that helmet. That helmet has got a lot of detail. Every person's helmet is different
Yeah,
as
yeah.
well.
That's it.
It's those little details that go into it. And something that I've only noticed through watching the Blu-ray version, that Darth Vader's eyes are red.
They're actually brown lenses.
Yeah.
So he could see. They were meant to be black, but that's the closest you can get to black and still see
Yeah.
through it.
Which
The
then
reason for
also-
the helmets and stuff is George Lucas is he's fanatically obsessed with planes from World War II, is it, and just fighter pilots and stuff.
That'd make sense why he made red
And,
tails.
yeah, and he knows about designs on helmets and stuff and what they used to do.
And that, yeah, well, all fire pilots.
yeah,
they all used to do
customise
it.
and stuff.
Yeah,
Like,
and the ships as well. They're not ships
course,
because they
that was
didn't have
more,
ships, planes.
Yeah.
Um,
kill markers and stuff. You can actually see some on the side of some of the X-wings and stuff.
really?
Mm.
Oh, that's really cool.
Oh no, R2.
Not R2.
I was gutted at this point. Like when I first watched it, I was like,
Not R2.
"No, why did that happen?" You may fire when ready.
I like the way how the rebel base looks like a biology
Yeah,
like,
yeah, like a
cell
cell.
thing.
Do you know what looks really fucking cool as well? Or what I was really impressed
Wait. I have you now. Love that.
Woohoo!
Got to lean in because I've got to hear it. Yes. And Darth Vader's TIE Advanced is the first TIE to be equipped with shields.
Ah. Of course, because it's
Ding.
Darth Vader's.
That's it. You want to protect the guy.
Something that I was really impressed with in episode 3 when they put Tarkin stood,
Yes,
stood
yeah.
next to Darth Vader at the end.
Oh, yeah.
He's got a very strange
Yeah,
lines
obvious-
to his face.
I mean,
but
obviously
it
they've
works.
just superimposed that guy's face because he's dead.
No, what it was is they were going to actually try and use old footage.
Oh,
And
Right.
they decided, because it was just one shot, they would actually use a prosthetic mask.
It works.
It does
Does
work
Yeah.
because that's a mask.
Yes, a mask, yeah.
I thought it was
It's a
CGI.
mask.
Or it's a guy with prosthetics on it.
I think it's but they've
I thought
digitally
it's-
touched it up afterwards.
Possibly.
I thought it was CGI.
I love the shot.
No,
of
no.
If Vader standing like that,
It looks really
standing
cool.
with his arms folded, looking out over the construction of the Death Star with Tarkin by his side. I love that shot.
Ace, because it's then leading up to this.
Yeah. I think my Star Wars days will always now consist of 3 to 6. Yeah.
What,
I
just
probably missed out 1
completely
and 2.
skipping 1 and 2?
Not skipping them for any reason. They're the worst 2 out of the lot, but also it's a long thing to watch with all 6.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah,
plus,
of course.
you might as well start on the best.
Because you're talking about 12 hours.
You might as well go through the best rather than some mediocre bits.
Or you could just watch the fight scene from the first one, the last 45 minutes from the second one.
And there's loads of rewinding and stuff.
Not on DVDs.
Scene selection.
True.
This isn't video tapes, bruh.
I think I do still think of it in that manner. Like, I'm
Probably
probably
press play movie and then fast forward.
I probably would do that.
You could get this Lego Star Wars book that I really wanted to get, and it was you could get both of those two. I say, why don't I just say their character names? Han Solo and Luke Skywalker. After they got their medal,
Oh,
I
really?
really wanted it just for those two minifigures. The book was like £20, but I really wanted
Did I
it.
give you that album? Yeah.
You did,
didn't I?
yeah.
Good.
It's sat on my shelf with all my other Lego figures. Thanks.
No, you're all right. I'm not into it. Like.
I don't know why. There's just whenever I see it and I hold it, I just feel like a child again.
It's always good to have something like that.
Yeah.
I've got a fair few things like that. Ground you, I think.
Yeah,
This music is phenomenal.
it is. It's the end. You get kind of like goosebumpy. Those medals are really cool as well. See, it's that kind of thing as well. Like, they don't look cheap. They look good.
No expense spared. It was only made for like 13 million as well.
Yeah. That's
but
incredible.
don't forget, though, that's still in the 70s. That was probably quite a lot of money.
Oh yeah, but like
And when you consider they flew around the world and stuff, so that is actually money well spent.
I think it actually went a bit over budget and actually ended up being about 14, 15 million.
It gave Lucas a heart attack filming it, didn't it?
Well, yeah,
Did it actually?
you had to
Yeah,
go to
yeah,
hospital because he had
that's
to and heart.
I know
problems.
he was under a lot of stress, and I've not seen that documentary, and I really want to. Like, sort of the feature-length documentary about the making of this one.
I find it hard to watch. I'm very into the lore side of things. I find it hard to watch things about the filming because it kind of takes the sheen off. I like the Hollywood shine behind it.
You don't want them
I don't
to
want
spoil.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh,
There we go.
that.
Happy May the 4th, everybody. That was A New Hope.
May the 4th be with you.
I'm sorry we babbled, but
It's
Get
what we
over
do.
it.
so I hope you enjoyed watching Star Wars with a bit of just guys talking about stuff.
Well, I hope you enjoyed it as much as we enjoyed doing it and watching it.
Yeah. God, I love Star Wars.
I
It's
love
really
Star
good.
Wars.
I enjoyed this a lot. So thanks for joining us.
We'll probably do the others at a later date.
Maybe maybe next
Hopefully.
year.
Nice.
I'll do them on my own tonight.
I actually kind of, when I go home now, I kind of want to put on Empire.
Empire Return. It's been so long.
I remember I started watching Empire Strikes Back when I was at home, and my dad joined in like halfway through because he was the person that got me interested in Star Wars, and finished it. And then I was ready to just like, put the telly on because I thought, he's going to want to watch some crap nonsense on the telly. And he went, not putting Return of the Jedi on? I was like, yeah, okay. Let's do this.
Absolutely hates film. He hates all kinds of film. He just will not watch films.
Really?
Yeah. He just gets bored.
I don't know how I got so into film because my mum and dad like films, but not to the level that I do.
I think films were really comforting for me as a kid, like especially Star Wars. I used to watch these daily.
I used to get let's talk about like sort of that. I used to watch films over and over and over. There was a month period when I watched The Two Towers every day.
That was out when I was a lot older.
Well,
I
was in high school.
I remember a time where I watched Jurassic Park once a day for about 3 months. Wouldn't stop watching. I had a pirate video of it at one point, and you couldn't see fuck all on it. Like, I used to watch
But
it
you
loads,
watched
like,
it because you had to.
Because at one point you could really see the Dilophosaurus when it moved its head into the light, and I was like, whoa! I was 10 years old.
Jurassic Park.
All good stuff. Anyway, we'll say
stop talking now.
goodbye.
Yeah.
Happy Star Wars Day, and May the 4th be with you always.
Always.
May the 4th be with us all.